There we go. What's up, everybody? What's up, Jack? Jack S. A lot. Feeling good, man? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling good. What's up, J-Dub? I am Jess. Oh, Jess, don't worry. There maybe or may not, can't confirm nor deny if there are wardrobe changes that just so happen. Maybe during the episode, we'll find out. Slothbag, what up, my man? Joshua Gonzalez, smash the likes, people. He's got the right idea. Absolutely. Jack, I remember when we thought maybe we'd hit 30K last year. 30K now is like maybe the coveted price, right? Last year it was, honestly, 2 years ago, we were being told Bitcoin would never see 20K again. So 30K was like, be realistic, dude. Bitcoin can't be worth 30K, man. Bitcoin can't be 10K, it can't be 20K, it can't be 100K. That's what they say. What's up, bro? Tip Adam Clark. The boys are back. Rake Addicts, what's up, man? Stubbed my crypto. I love it. I love that name. I love the word play. Thanks for keeping your emotions in check, of course. I try. Guys, it's natural. We're humans. Emotions are very powerful influencers for our survival. But they don't always lead us the right way. It's good to have something to just keep you steady. Anchor too. You can have emotions. You just need to learn to identify when you're experiencing them. What's up, Ready, my man? Rome's Bitcoin to 100 racks. I like that. I'm gonna start calling them racks. Gavin Vazdev. That is our it's our secret project. I don't think we're allowed to talk about it yet. They're not ready. Insta left and came here. Right on, Rake. Right on. Anthony, how you doing, man? Who else is there? Julie, Brain Lady Anderson. I know Julie is doing great. Doing great. Actually, fun thing. Last year, we had a bunch of people sign up for an annual patron membership. Every single one. Every single one. I would love to hear how they're doing now. I know how they're doing now, but they're all killing it. What's up, Leaf Binder? What's up, dude? Been a while. Good to see you, brother. You're back on the crypto scene, I see. Moderation 169. Love you all. I love you all, man. Vesemir, my brother. Been here since the beginning. Ride it out to the end. Daniel Smith, Leon Berger. What can you buy now? Bro, you had 6 months to buy. It's 6 months to buy. General Spaz, party. Pamp party. Pamp it. Pamp party. It's Mr. Scott Lux. You know what, Scott? It's about time. Do you think it's time that your name turned blue? I do. Wind people's greetings, salutations, no N. We want the moon robe or we will riot. Oh, buddy, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I got it. It's all in the cards. It's all here. Don't worry. J-Dub, like it like it's hot. Kiva Kanya. SHIB analysis, please. We'll get there. I haven't even looked at Bitcoin yet. Just got this rolling so we can start our stream marathon. That's right. It's like the old days. We're going to be here. We're going to be here for a while. We're, I don't know, 5 hours on live. 5 hours earlier than usual. And you know why? You do know why. It's the same reason we haven't really streamed the last few days. That's why. That's why. Saving our energy. You know, I talk to a lot of crypto content creators, and everyone has the same story. I've talked to, you name it, I've probably talked to them about it. Q1 of last year just burned or this year. Oh, I'm already getting into next year, man. I'm in the future. Shh, you weren't supposed to tell anyone. We were all pretty burned out Q1, but we kept going. We kept pushing. A lot of creators quit. You'll notice You'll notice there's way less names in search results now versus 8 months ago, right? Don't blame them. It's not easy. Keeping up with this energy, not easy. I don't even remember where I was going with that. Yeah, we're all burnt out. Ah, yes. So it's important to sometimes take a little time, build up your energy when you see something spicy headed your way on the chart. So we've been taking our time, focusing our energy, getting ready. Kind of like Bitcoin. Chilled off for like 6 months. Now it's ready to rock and roll. What's up, Crypto Slow Joe? +1 Tom Crown. That's all right, guys. I'm sorry. That across the blockchain was like not my best showing yet. It wasn't like my best showing ever. But I had a great time. They can't all be my best. But I will absolutely give the nod, the shout out to the Litecoin community. You guys, I have never seen a community just show support in that way. I mean, obviously our community, but like a different, separate community merging. We got so much love. It felt amazing. Even on Reddit. I've posted every single one of our videos to Reddit. Every single one gets downvoted to just instantly to oblivion or deleted. And they blew us up. You guys, we do have a subreddit. It's not very big, but I do post all the video links there. That's r/Tom Crown. Feel free to join it. My Reddit username, T Crown. The crown is with a 0. I only have 5.2k karma. Like, I'm just a Reddit noob. Just a noob. But God, they showed so much love, so love right back to them. Just love everywhere. Good vibes today. Very good vibes. As you can tell, I'm still waking up. As you can tell. Let me just check in here on the stream. It's early. Our viewers are still sleeping. Let's be real. It's Friday. Sleeping. Maybe they're at work. Work, sleeping. Work, sleeping. Sleeping at work. There we go. Now everything's good. The stream is powered on. Bitcoin is powering up. We're showing up in search. That's all thanks to you guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for clicking that notification. For liking the stream, subscribing. All those things matter. If no one does those things, like our videos, no one sees them. YouTube says if your subscribers don't want to watch it, why would anyone else? So they don't show you. Okay, here we go. Here's my favorite energy drink. Game of Subs. Let me get these shoutouts in. What's up, Fist Turbo? Let's go, $87 million. I'll take it. Left field, thirsties. What's up, Mood? No clothes on, let's go. That's right. No pants dance off. I don't know. Would you like to have a party? Would you like to have a pants party? Silk robe of the day, yeah. Don't ruin the surprise. Don't ruin the surprise. Just wait, guys. What's up, DeFi Jesus? Mood, the crypto mind. There we go, I caught up. Let's go back to the bottom where I've missed a million more. Mr. Anthony has some big old bags. I do too. Stubbed my crypto, I buy Bitcoin every day. Made a habit of $10 a day no matter what it adds up. Absolutely. Stubbed my toe. If you keep that up. If you do that and it doesn't threaten your budget, which I don't know your budget, but it doesn't financially put you in any uncertainty, that very well, in my opinion, will be the best decision of your life that you'll ever make. What's up, Tazio Hernandez? Pivotal. How you doing, brother? How's ETH looking? Asks Tickle Me Bear. Last time I looked, Ethereum was heading back to that 4K target again. The resistance it rejected from recently. Looked like it was showing strength heading back there. Now, Ethereum and Bitcoin pair was getting a little sketchy there, I think. We'll have to check in on that today. We will. We haven't even looked at Bitcoin, guys. I just powered this on so everyone had a place to come, to chill, listen to some tunes. And we are going to get into the TA. Without a doubt, we're going to get into the TA. I'm just trying to talk myself awake. Talk myself into being ready. Good morning, Sir Jerry. How you doing, bro? Sir Jerry. Logan Sheely, what's up, man? You should have sold some of your ADA into Bitcoin when Rico said it was trash. I mean, that's why we keep Rico around, honestly. I mean, literally. What's up, Craig Bowen? Come and hunt with you, sure. There's we hunt here, man. SHIB is better than Litecoin. Prove you wrong, official Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, you know I love you, brother. But that's like, there's no contest, man. No contest. You know those big pumps come right after the U.S. stock market open? U.S. stock market's open. We're waiting for our pump then, I guess. Golem. Draken wants to take a look at the link. What's up, Timothy? Oh, Tazio. About to lose service. See you on the flip side later. Later, Tazio. We'll be here. Did the S&P bounce off its bull market support band? We can take a look at the S&P too. Sleep is lame. That's right. Well, crypto, I can't even. Hopefully they never invent an app that can like retroactively go back and look at how much time I've spent on charts. Because if they do, I think I might become very depressed. I have probably, and I don't even mean doing TA, I just mean staring at charts. I don't even want a rough idea. Over 1,000 hours easy. Probably almost multiple. Jeff, Crown, have you been in jail? Nah, dog. Nah. I got arrested in college for underage drinking. Maybe. Allegedly. No, I've never been to jail, man. Nay. Crypto savvy. This is still a bear market to me. Guys, look at your favorite bears. At 30K, what were your favorite bears saying? At 40K, what were your favorite bears saying? At 50K, what were your favorite bears saying? Now at 60K, what are your favorite bears saying? Here's actually some real, this might be the most value of this entire stream. Here's some real actual, this is value, ready? When those people, right? When those bears, whoever it is, I'm not naming names. Like whoever it is in your mind that you think, yeah, like that's the bear dude, right? The minute they become bullish, tell all of us. Come share it in the Discord, tell everybody. Because they are the ultimate top signals. I've seen it time and time again. And they keep moving the goalpost. I'll be bullish at 50K. I'll be bullish at 55K. I'll be bullish at 6K. I'll be bullish at 65K. The second they're like, all right, it's bull time, it's over. I've seen it over and over and over, man. Like, keep an eye out. Don't hate bears, guys. This is a true story. Bears are just bulls who sold too early. You can fact check this. Ask. No, don't ask because they'll run around the question. Don't ask. Investigate. When did your favorite bear sell their Bitcoin? Now you're gonna find out something really spooky. Whatever the number is, here's the spooky part. That's the target they have for like right now. So say they sold at 10K, their target's 10K. No, man, Bitcoin's not breaking. It's not breaking new all-time. It's going 10K. They sold too early. That is the life cycle of the cryptoist. Everyone starts as a noob, kind of hopeful bull. Some people do well. Some people sell too early. When they sell too early, they go to the other chart, and that's the bear cycle. And they remain a bear until they're able to get back in. The problem here is, well, Bitcoin is the most bullish asset in human history, guys. Where do you get back in? Where do you get back in? You don't. That's why bears rarely are just temporarily bears. Look, where do you get back in? You don't. Bitcoin doesn't let you back in except for one time. There's one time Bitcoin lets you back in. Right here. Bear, 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 bear. Oh, I'm bullish now. I see the light. I'm a bull. Watch for it. I promise you. I don't know when it'll happen, but I promise you, you will see it happen. Whoever's like the big bear influencer, the minute they're on Team Bull again, bull run's done. Or at least the local top is in. Like, they'll say they told you so too. That's what I love about bears. It's like, told you so, told you so, told you so. It's every red candle is I told you so. And we can turn that lens on ourselves and say, well, as a bull, you're always saying you told you so, and it goes up, and that's valid. That's valid. Here's the difference. Look at Bitcoin's history again, one time, real quick. Which is more accurate? Going up. Bitcoin has a history of going up. Boom, done. It is the finite versus the infinite. Divide any number by infinity. What do you get? I don't know. I think that's an invalid function. Did I share this everywhere? Ooh, the Litecoin Foundation followed me on Twitter. Ooh, they had 200,000 followers. I feel famous. Real quick, let me see if this... I want to make sure our Twitter post went out so that everybody knows we're live. It did. Didn't get any likes, though. That's weird. Usually gets, like, a few, at least. That's goofy. Baby 88, exactly, man. It's just weird. I've just seen it all the time. It's like... I know someone who was a perma-bear all through 2017, 18, 19, 20. Right? The whole time. There was one time they turned bullish. One time. That time was back here. Right here. Right there. For the only time ever I saw them say, it's going to the moon, we're going up, right here. And that wasn't the top of, ever. But it was within 24 hours of this fall back down to 10K. Pay attention to the opposite side. To the other side of the market. What they're doing is important. And what they're doing is valuable information for us. That's right. What's up, Josh? Josh Durham. Let me play that. I don't know why it didn't play. And it won't let me. There it is.
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, protector of the crypto realm, first of his name, Big Daddy, no chest hair crown. Can we talk about ETHEREUM and why it HASNT broken the trend line yet?
I'm not talking about anything yet, Josh. Just woke up. But we'll look at Ethereum today. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We haven't even like looked at Bitcoin. I'm just like waking up. We're like maybe on 5 hours earlier than we usually are. Although I am much more awake than I was. Alchemist Gary Genslinger is here. If that's true, Gary, welcome to the stream, brother. Great to have someone of such authority here. We're gonna look at everything. I'm waking up. This has been quick. We're gonna look absolutely at Litecoin, Ethereum, Shiba. We're going to look at, I don't know, probably we'll take a peruse on the cruise.
Hi fam, I love you, but if you don't hit that like button I will bang all of your moms while looking your dads in the eye.
He's done it before, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him to do it. Smash that like button. Smash it. Let's see. Polygon Matic looks like has had a fancy 24 hours. HNT, not a bad showing in the last 24. GRT as well. Actually, here's an interesting little tidbit. Maybe we'll do a dual screen kind of thing today. Maybe we'll screenception. I took a little bit of this time the last few days and
Death cross on 2-week chart for DXY. BTCPAMP.
Death cross. Death cross. Death cross. All right. On the 2-week, we'll look at that. One sec. I'm powering this up still. I took a little time over the last few days of chilling. Took a wee bit of time. I'm going to add a source here. Careful, or not careful. Beware, might cover the whole screen temporarily. Yep, it did. There we are. We're going to have a streamception today. We're going to have like a little stream on. I did a little improvement, some tweaking of the streaming software, of the settings. And I think that it worked. I think the camera looks way clearer. I think our connection is way better. Seems way more stable than it ever has been. So I think we might be able to have a stream on. Double stream. This is what I was looking at. I was just checking out the 24-hour changes here, see what charts are moving. And down here in the bottom. What caught my eye is there's only 3 coins in the last 24 hours that have gained against Bitcoin. How do you know? It's easy. If you go to CoinGecko, sort by 24 hour, look for where Bitcoin is on that list. Right now, it is the 4th largest gainer in the last 24 hours. So that means GRT, HNT, and Matic, the 3 that have gained more, have appreciated against Bitcoin. AKA, they have increased in their Bitcoin pair. The rest of the market, looks like the rest of the market isn't too spread. No, it's getting a little worse. You can see these 2.5% for something like Rune, Uni, 1.7, YFI, ZEC, 1.2. These have increased in dollar value, but not against Bitcoin, not in Bitcoin value. If we are entering right now, which I believe we are, but I'll get into that then. The parabolic phase of this run. That's what's going to matter. What's going to matter is the value of the evaluation in Bitcoin, the BTC pair. In the parabolic run, you could buy anything. Anything. And the odds of it going up in dollar value are extremely good. Extremely good. But if a coin doesn't increase in BTC value, you would have been better off simply buying Bitcoin and doing nothing. So you're gaining against dollars, but losing against Bitcoin. You're being outpaced by Bitcoin. It's a concept that we don't think about a lot, especially in a bear market. It's not talked about. It's not talked about in the bear market. But in a bull market, your portfolio should be measured against Bitcoin's growth, not against dollar. Everything appreciates against the dollar. Look at inflation numbers. They finally conceded and said that inflation was 5%. 5%, my dong. Yeah, right. 5%. And I know everyone's like hyped about that because that's maybe like the biggest number they've released ever. I don't know. But guys, look around you. Look around you. 5%? I don't think so. Housing in my area has doubled in the last year. Food at the grocery store, I would say probably 40% increase over the last year and a half. electronics, computer parts, hardware doubled. Inflation 5%. That they use some BS metrics. They're probably incorporating like the cost of a cotton gin. Like, well, the cost of cotton gins hasn't gone up in 200 years. That means inflation's low. Yeah, right. BS. At some point, they won't be able to hide it. At some point, they won't be able to just give us some small number. Because it won't make any sense. It'll be like, yeah, inflation's up 7%. And it's like, but, I don't know, electricity just tripled in cost overnight or something. It's like that, those are some BS numbers. Alright, I think I've woken myself up with enough gibberish here that we can smash into the TA. What do you think? What do you guys think? What you think? What you thinking? I think so. If you guys want to see some TA, smash that like button. Subscribe and jump in Discord, and we're going to do that. We're going to do just that. Let's summon our energy. Yeah. Benjamin Cohen always talks about this, says Alchemist. Guys, you guys need to harass Benjamin Cohen not in a rude way. No one disrespect Benjamin Cohen. But you need to pleasantly bother him about collaborating with me. You were supposed to collaborate a long time ago. There was some confusion. It didn't happen that day. And now he don't return my calls, guys. He is the YouTuber I respect the most when it comes to TA. And he can't and just won't take my calls. Tears. Daniel Smith's ready. Aaron King's ready. They think inflation is closer to 15 to 20% a year. I still think that'd be a low number for a year, for the yearly. No, Benjamin Cohen, he is not a dick. I don't know what's up with it. Oh yeah, dude, Loki, I saw those alerts. I got an alert last night for new, and it was like new 60 cents, and then before I woke up today, new $1.20. Boom. 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 Let's get rid of some of these charty lines. Some of these charty farties. We're not gonna start with new, but let's put a new alert on now. 364. We'll come back. Yo, all right. I mean, yeah, new WTF, mate. Guys, this is what the bull run looks like, though. Like, this is the crypto bull run. This is what it looks like. These candles. This looks wild now. This has nothing to do with new. This is everything. If you guys have your chart on logarithmic and you take your finger and you left click on the scale, right? Now drag down. This is what crypto does. This is what crypto does. It flattens the chart. We're going to see this. I'd love to say across the board, but I think across the board will be pretty accurate. Can't guarantee everything, but almost everything. Cohen is a must sub. I'll shout him out. I'll say that. I'm subscribed to him. Benjamin Cohen. Let's collaborate, bro. Like, there was some confusion, and then he was moving, and then he never heard from him again. I want to collaborate with him. I respect him. You're right. This is the 60K special stylish. Special stylish. Panda buyers. He is a model. Devon Von Croft. What's up, dude? Moon TA versus Ben Shares TA. I like it. I catch some of Benjamin Cohen stuff sometimes. What I really notice about him, like, because you guys know this, I'm very honest, very straightforward about it. I don't really watch a lot of other TA. I don't watch any like other TA on the regular because it influences me. And as a creator, I don't want to run into the situation where I kind of organically come to a point and then realize, wait a minute, I actually just saw that on someone else's video. And like now it's not stealing, but like now, you know what I mean? It's not an original thought. I want everything on this channel that I present to you guys to be 100% an original thought. And so on top of not having the time to, I don't. But what I do notice, and I have noticed this, and I remember this back even more than a year ago, I remember. Ooh, bug just landed on me. Is that I will come up with something, right? Organically, I won't have seen it. And then at some point, I will see that Benjamin Cohen was looking at the same thing in the same time frame. And that's mad respect for me. Because, guys, there's a lot of crypto influencers out there. I don't know. Less than a handful actually know jack about anything. Like, they just doodle on charts, I don't know, and then say up and down. That's why everybody was bearish in July. We weren't. That's right. All right, we're going to pull up a few charts. We're going to pull up a few. Wonder if I can get this to be like double chart. Tiny double chart. No, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. We're going to have a little dual chart up in the top or bottom right. Going to have Ethereum, Litecoin, the bays. While we take a peek at the corn. Crown is good. I've heard good things about Crown. Crown with a K. I've heard good things about Eric. I've never met him. I've never spoken to him. And honestly, I've never actually seen his content. So I can't make a call. I will say he certainly seems to garner a good amount of respect from people I respect. So I would guess that he has something. Mr. Jake the Snake, Crown has bad hair. I mean, guys, you know Crown with the C got the best hair in the game. That's not even fair to the other creators, guys. Like, you can't even compare hair. Come on. That's like comparing beard or glasses on stream. Or handsomeness. I mean, hands down, we got it. TA, that we can compare. I don't know. Okay. LTC for life says ready. Alchemist Savvy. Yeah, I'm going to do my absolute best not to remark on Savvy today. I don't want to give in to it. You know, like, Savvy is team crypto. I mean, I think. And I love everyone who's team crypto. They don't have to be bullish when I'm bullish. Oh, Timothy O, man. Total. Did you guys watch that clickbait video? It was clickbait in the streets, content in the sheets. It's playing out. I highly recommend you watch it about Total. But no time for that. Let's get into a little TA. Now I'm starting to be warmed up. I'm ready to like fire up. Fire up. Burn. Burn, baby. All right. This is going to be redeeming. Who remembers? I remember. Who remember? I remember. Who remembers? I remember. This was actually our target last month in September. 58.8. This is our target. This was what we were saying is the final resistance, the final frontier. This is a monthly resistance. We can say that this is a quarterly resistance. It's the only one. That's why it's the final battle. If we look back at the previous bull run, actually the previous bear market, let's call it even, we see that these quarterlies came into play heavily. Heavily. Look at this. 13,863. That was a target we actually were looking for a back test back in 2020. I'm losing track of the years. Was never retested. Simply blast off. Just Bitcoin's blast off. Never came back. We could see that exact same thing. 58.8. We may not back test it on a monthly time frame. When Bitcoin's bullish, back tests, entries, they become very, very rare. They dry up. And in fact, the sentiment right now is perfect for a parabolic run. Just a few months ago, every single person, except for us babies, was bearish at 30K. No, it's going to go lower. Going lower. I'm selling and buying in lower. Bitcoin crept back up, made it nice and boring, nice and slow. And I keep hearing the same thing from retail. I keep hearing the same thing. And that's, man, Bitcoin is bullish. But I'm waiting for a dip. I'm waiting for a lower. I don't want to buy in here. And you know what? I don't blame you. Buying at 60K, especially if you sold at 30, I don't blame you. That sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Right now, right here at 60K is the highest risk buy, the highest risk entry. Here's the problem. We have two paths. If you're a patron, you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. We have two paths, and now that we're here, I'll just share them. We can go parabolic now. Basically just straight up. Some violent pullback candles that pretty much resolve green, continue on. Or we can take the slow path. The slow path is likely going to be rejection from where we are right now, from this 58.8. Rejection with a higher low. And really what that translates out to is we just get another boring quarter. And maybe in December, like the end of the year, the very end, we could see that parabolic run begin, and we can see a top in Q1 or something. Those are the two paths. At this point, in my opinion, in my technical analysis, crypto opinion, there is no third path. New all-time high is coming. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Is it soon? Is it this month in October? I don't know. But will it happen when? Yes. Yes. So path 1 or 2, we're going to find out here. We may find out here today. We'll see. There's the quarterly. We finally hit it. We've been talking about it for now 6 months. No, not 6 months. 3.5 months, maybe more. That we're looking to go back. We said, even way back down here in 30K, the probability of retesting 58K is extremely high because it is a quarterly and a monthly level that was untested. Probability is extremely high. Now we're here. Taking a look at the monthly, we can see that we are actually above that 58.8 right now. We have 16 days to go. That's way too much time. Way, way, way too much time to say it's broken, right? Because we want the monthly to close above here. But we can say that currently this is the highest monthly candle in Bitcoin history. Because when we look back at April, May, they closed lower. So closing here would be a big deal. I really would not like, though, to see October close right here, like just above 58.8. Because we've had instances like that. Like back here, June, July 2019. We had the highest candle closes on the monthly outside of the all-time high. And so I don't like the highest candle close kind of concept in TA. I'd like to see some room. I'd like to see some room put below us and in between this resistance. That'd make me feel more comfortable. But there are some wonderful, wonderful signs on the monthly, guys. You can't beat it. Oh, I keep forgetting we have that double stream. Can't beat this. Monthly MACD. Keep an eye on this candle. We've been watching this. We've been watching it, and it has not been making us hopeful. We saw momentum to the upside in April peak out. May, June, July, August, September, we saw momentum waning. Here's an important note that I've realized I don't bring up enough is this is all buying momentum, okay? It's all buying momentum. When it turns dark blue here, and we talk about it a lot, waning. Waning simply means that that momentum is no longer accelerating. It's no longer increasing, but it is still buying momentum. It is not necessarily bearish until that momentum flips to negative, until that flips to bearish momentum. The reason being is right here, we see it. You can have waning momentum, waning momentum, waning momentum, and out of nowhere it can pick back up. That's what we're seeing this month, literally, on our MACD. Boom. If we can close just with that increasing momentum candle on the monthly, that'll be a great sign, almost regardless of where price falls. Because if you look at these monthlies, and we can look at BLX later and get a better view. I got to turn my mic down a smidge and get a better view of monthly MACD. But if you look at these, you'll see that they tend to trend. If you zoom into, say, 5 minute or an hour, what you're going to see is a lot of chop. You'll see momentum increase and decrease and increase and decrease without really smoothly flowing. If you look at the monthly, we see that this doesn't really happen. It's very uncommon. There we are. Each time momentum has closed, it tends to roll over either way. So to increase momentum here again would actually be something we haven't really seen. We haven't really seen that often. That would suggest that we're going to look to continue to put in increasing momentum candles. In fact, this is, I believe this is Coinbase. There is no instance here at all, not a single monthly, where momentum began to increase or decrease and did not continue for at least one more candle. So if we close with increasing momentum here, according to Coinbase's history, we would fully be confident that November will also increase in momentum. It's a great sign. What really gets me excited is right here. Market Cipher, guys, the more I use it, the more I like it. My Market Cipher referral link, if you want to get this indicator, is in the video description below. The more I use it, the more I like it. I've gotten used to it, and it just shows... It's just a very good visual representation of multiple indicators in one. So here's what's going on. We have our momentum. These are momentum bands. They're kind of like an EMA. When they cross, they're showing us the momentum, the direction of the market. We're seeing the momentum cross back up here potentially on this close. Momentum crossed bearishly in April. It all lines up. If we look straight down, dang it, I'm not on my straight line game today. If we look straight down, we see that momentum rolled over with VWAP in April. That was a savage signal. I wasn't using Market Cipher as much back then. That was a savage signal. Luckily, right now, and we have to close this monthly for this to be confirmed. We don't count candles till they're closed. But we have the potential right here. Momentum has turned back up, and VWAP on the monthly is re-entered positive territory. There's only one example on Coinbase's chart where momentum entered positive territory on the monthly and didn't go on to just rip. That was February 1st, 2020. One example. That's it. Every other time, we've seen significant rallies. Market Cipher, in my opinion, could not be more bullish on the monthly with this close. Period. It's wild. Wild. Let's zoom in it again. The weekly. The weekly leaves some questions. It leaves some questions here. We had weekly resistance at 51.8, 51.789, right? We pretty much breezed through it. The same way we're seemingly breezing through 58.8. There's two paths again at play here. Is one, we were correct. We speculated that although there was lots of trading up here, lots of new retail got trapped, and typically we would expect that to then provide resistance at that level. People entered the market high, the market fell, and so logically they're looking to sell their position at break even to get out. That creates resistance. But we speculated that this May, June, July, we speculated that these months were so painful and so boring that all of these buyers capitulated. Down here, we see long bottom wicks on our weekly. That is suggestive of selling being absorbed. And as we moved up, we've seen very little resistance. So did we already clear resistance as possible? Not going to lie, at 58.8 yesterday, I was holding my breath for a second. because I was expecting a much stronger selling response. Much stronger. Didn't get it. Kind of just still gliding here on the wins. Our bullish kiss on the weekly. I feel like I just say the same stuff over and over again, right? It's okay. There's always new eyes. Our bullish kiss on the weekly. Tom Crown Original. TA. Boom. Bullish kiss confirmed, basically. I mean, it is confirmed. It could still, I don't know, not play out, but it looks like it already even has. We tested the 20 weekly as support twice in a row. We saw a bullish engulfing candle. That's right. My hair is everywhere today. A bullish engulfing candle off the 20 weekly as support. Ba-boom. This is like enough evidence by itself. Every bear market has looked like this. Every bear market has started like this. Losing the 20 weekly. You can't see it. Losing the 20 weekly. Falling below. Back testing it. And then failing and falling. Every bear market period in Bitcoin history. Literally, we're seeing the opposite. We're seeing the inverted version of that. We've broken through the 20, back tested as support, set a higher high. Our 50 moving average tested as support as well. You can see they threatened to cross here. But just in time, the 20 held as support and began to curl back up, and that is what we deem bullish kissing. Never heard anyone else talk about it. I'm sure eventually people will, and they won't credit us, but that's okay. You guys will remember who made it up, where it came from. But the avoiding or the rejection of that bearish cross is the kissing, and it is an extremely powerful signal in trading. We see this play out consistently. Another example in the books. Perhaps the most important thing. On the weekly, we made another clickbait video about this. Hope you guys saw that one too. Last week, we closed our candle on the weekly. Ichimoku cloud with a cross up above the clouds. In the clickbait video, I'll just rehash for you super quick here. The last time this happened, all the way back in, you guessed it, October 2016. Whether it was the 10th or the 16th, or 10th or the 17th, but I'm going to go with the 10th because then it's exactly 5 years in between. 5 years ago, we got this cross. 5 years later, to the week, we got the same cross. Now we're seeing higher highs. For 5 years, we did not see that cross. None of that. None of this price action. Only right here, Bitcoin's at $640, rallied to 20,000. Zoom it back in. We got the cross here, 48.2. You can do your own math on that. The numbers get silly. Literally, this could be like buying Bitcoin at $640. Well, last week. Now it'd be like buying it at 700 something. I don't know. I love this. I don't know if they're out of stock, but I love it. Any merchandise with the Bitcoin logo on it, I'm in. We did it again. We did it again. We did it again, guys. If you guys watch this channel for the last 2-3 years, I love you. You're in my heart forever. We were bullish on our low. Almost no one else is bullish. One year ago, in October 2020, we were bullish on this low. If you were a patron, you literally got a trade setup that was long. We were going long at 9,835. Price went to 9,816 or something. We did it again. We caught this low. We caught the low in October 2020. We caught the low here in 2021. Now we're waiting for new all-time highs. Momentum on the weekly is up. There are some issues here. There are. It's great that we have increasing momentum again. But we need to see more We need to see more power. We need to see more up. I know it's hard, right? It's hard to imagine more up, but Tom, we're already up. More up. We need to see these histogram bars get pushed all the way up. 3,060. I don't really even know like what that number means or anything. Like, what is it quantifying? It's quantifying momentum, but I don't know exactly how it calculates it. But what it's saying is right now we have increasing momentum to the upside, buying momentum. But that momentum is not as strong as right here in January. So that creates that presents a problem. It means we either have bearish divergence on our highs because we have a higher high in price with a lower high on our MACD, on our indicator. That's not good. But it also opens up one more opportunity. Until we see a reversal, we can't call it bearish divergence. We have to see some kind of move to the downside first. So until then, the other possibility remains, and this circles back to the two potential paths we were talking about today, is Bitcoin can invalidate this bearish divergence by ripping to the upside. We're talking, I'm hesitant to like throw a number on it because those kind of things are very hard to calculate in the sense of what price movement, how fast would get you there on MACD. This is probably near 100K. You'd have to see near 100K very quickly. Two paths. So far, this is the path we're looking at. Right now, we've seen no meaningful selling. We've seen no meaningful rejection, no meaningful reversal. So we don't have bearish divergence yet, but we need to keep it in mind. Because this is not good. This is not good if we do get a meaningful rejection. This is bad. Our highs are coming down. There's less buying momentum, pushing price up higher. That shows exhaustion. But it's not locked in yet. We can still push up more, push up higher, and invalidate that. The same goes for RSI. It's the exact same scenario. You don't have a higher high. You don't have a higher high. So you either see your rejection, we go back down, and that bearish divergence is valid. Or you blast off, put in a new all-time high. Like I said, hard to estimate, but I would say, yeah, you gotta be close to about 100K maybe. You need to see some serious buying power. RSI gets pushed up past 2020. Well, I guess 2021, January's high, and bearish divergence is gone. Two paths. Dos pathos. Let's go to that daily. We're cruising, baby. What's up, Vep Gaming? Carlos, Ribeiro Rosa, Yashoda, Gyorung. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Great to have everybody. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys have joined the Discord. YouTube constantly shadow bans us. You won't be able to find our streams. And I mean, you gotta. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna get the deets? In Discord, you'll always get a notification when we go live. Also, you'll get airdrops. I actually did the largest airdrop we've done so far last night. So just by being in the Discord, make sure you verify. You have to verify to get the airdrops. All you have to do is click an emoji. We don't ask for any information. But just by being in there, you will earn crypto. I'll admit, this is not some huge amount of money. It might be for somebody out there. But someday, that might be worth a lot. I have given gifts of Bitcoin to friends that at the time were a few dollars and is now worth thousands of dollars years later.
I'm going out on a limb here, but if people are setting buy orders lower, I think they're going to be disappointed. There has been plenty of time.
Yeah, it does work that way. It do work that way. That's the problem. This is the Bitcoin conundrum. Steve knows it. This is the conundrum. What are you going to do? Here we are at 60K. This is the highest possible risk purchase. We only traded above this level for like a few days. 1, 2, very brief. 1, 2, very brief. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll say there's 10 total days where we traded above it, but meaningfully there's 5. So by entering here, the reason I say it's the highest risk is you're buying it at a price that is only ever traded higher for 5 days. So you potentially are buying a top, a high. I do not believe that Bitcoin is done. It's going to break 65K in my opinion. It's a matter of when, not if. But when can be hard. Because if you buy today, that means you're likely FOMOing. If you're FOMOing, and then we take that second path, we take the slow path, the painful path, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be able to hold your coins. You're going to get freaked out. You're going to see a dip. You're going to sell for a loss. And you're going to get yourself back in the exact same position. When Bitcoin does reapproach to the high, you're going to end up buying it. But maybe this time you're going to say, I learned my lesson. I'm not that dumb. And you'll wait. And then you'll see it blast off. And then you'll jump in at the next local high. I mean, jump in at 100K. And what's happening is just getting chopped up. This is like the Bitcoin proposition, is make everyone doubt the rally. Once everyone's doubted the rally, boom, July, period. Rally was doubted. Nobody was bullish. We were bullish. Nobody was bullish. Doubt the rally. Make the recovery unbelievable. Make the recovery look weak. Make it look questionable. This is weak as hell. Who remembers this? Oh, man. Who remembers this? Not that long ago, we were looking at kind of this price structure before this fall in September. And I said, guys, this looks and is starting to look remarkably like our pre-dump move, right? Oh, this was so good. I wish I could remember what episode this was. I said, this looks remarkably like this. But I said, I don't think that should be a cause for alarm. The reason being is because I don't have a technical. There was no technical. There's no indicator telling me this. It was, I guess, experience. This looks like it's being painted to look like this. To me, that means the market's looking to make people lean bearish. So we're likely looking for a break to the upside. But this did it perfectly. It mirrored this pre-dump move, because that's what happens. Bitcoin makes everyone believe the run's over, and then it slowly grinds back to the high in the weakest looking pattern possible. The less believable it is, the better. Textbook corn. Boom. This was unbelievably bearish looking right here. Unbelievably bearish. It is wild. People like to say TA doesn't work, and this is an example they may use in the future to dub that, because everything in TA would tell us that would break to the downside. Everything. There's nothing bullish about that. You have so many tests on the daily to this same level, to this 40,700. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, maybe 6. What is 6? Septuple. A septuple bottom. I don't even know what the word is. Let's say a penta. A penta bottom, that is not a bullish signal. A double bottom can be. But once you have a third test or fourth test or whatever, that's not strength. That's actually weakness. It's the inability to defend that level, to push it higher. It shows exhaustion on a bull's side. There's no technical reason this would break up. But it did. Because Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Don't get put in a hole. But they may use this against us and say TA doesn't work. But they're cherry picking. Because for every one of these, well, no, they're not cherry picking. It doesn't matter. TA is never a certainty. It's a probability. The probability of this breaking to the downside was much greater than to the upside. The correct trade there was likely short. The same way the correct trade here was likely short. Probably sensing a pattern here. Right? Make everyone doubt the rally. Hold their skepticism. Keep them bearish. Break through the all-time high and have them become your liquidity. Have retail push the price up for you. Big players, big whales. Here's the thing. They can make pretty big purchases in here because this is a traded range that we've seen for 6 months. There's some liquidity. There's a good amount of liquidity within that whole range. It's not in one big buy, but day after day after day, small acquisitions. Once Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, once it's above 64.9, whatever, up here, there's no more liquidity. Zero liquidity. Zero. None. It's never been traded. The only liquidity that exists above the all-time high are random orders that people have set to take profit. So there is some, but logically that is nowhere near the same as, say, this traded range. So the big players need to get in down here below the all-time high. If the big players wait for here, they make, I don't know, a $10 million order, boom. Their order slips 10% maybe. They get wrecked. They get wrecked literally by hitting the buy button. Literally. Our moving averages on the daily, not super helpful. What's up, Puppy Chow? Thanks for subscribing, brother. Or sis, I don't know. Moving averages on the daily, there's not much here. You guys probably heard me say this before. If you're new here, welcome. But TA is also... TA can be done in any different way. There's no perfect way to do it, in my opinion. But there's something that I think I can say certainly is it can't be done with just one tool. You need to start with one tool while you're learning. But one tool won't always be helpful. So these moving averages were extremely helpful during this consolidation. Extremely helpful during this consolidation. Or fall, whatever, sell off. Extremely helpful. Price was really close to them. It was below them. And in fact, we look at the 20 daily and we can say maybe it was more than helpful. It's like when we lose it, we're moving down. We had one fake out. When we retook it, we kept moving up. I can't even reach over there. We kept moving up. We kept trending bullishly until we lost it. Very useful here. But now price has moved away from those moving averages. Yes, we could say, well, if we see that rejection here, that is possible. We'd probably look to that 20 daily. But if Bitcoin continues to move up, these moving averages are no longer going to be useful tools for us because price simply is too far away. They may be useful down the road, but they are no longer the tool we'll use. The Fibonacci extension tool likely to become a lot more useful. Any oscillator likely to become a lot more useful. Ooh, Litecoin's making moves, baby. 187. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, let's look at that. I should probably finish up with Bitcoin. It's been a while. Daily. Daily's in trend, baby. TK's right below this candle. Right below us. Flicking price up like a spring, I don't know, like a diving board. Let's put on the moon phases. It's moon, baby. It's moon time. I got a lot of crap for making that moon video. It was like half joke. But I would say half joke, 75% knowledge. Fun fact, my conclusion in that video, it's hard to kind of tell because for some reason our brains are wired to naturally, for whatever reason, think like a full moon would be bullish and a new moon would be bearish. And you might be able to argue it that way. But that's pretty much what anyone else who seriously uses the moon cycles for trading says. Almost every other source I've ever seen thinks new moons are bearish, full moons are bullish. In that video, we looked back and we found that it's actually opposite. On new moons, we tended to see swing highs, and on full moons, tended to see swing lows. October 6th was the last full moon, or the last new moon. See, there, I even did it. October 6th, last new moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 green candles leading into that new moon. I don't know. I don't trade by the moon, but I will never laugh at somebody who brings it up again. I probably owe Crypto Sharknado an apology, but he knows I love him, so. It's Spice-tober. Yo, Father Braids, man. Been a while. Good to see you, bro. Good to have you. You rule. You rule. All right. Daily. Money flows trending up. VWAP's up. Momentum's up. Market Cipher on the daily is saying, MACD, does this remind you of anything? If your answer is the monthly MACD, you get a gold star for today. Same thing. We saw a crest in momentum. It started to wane off, remained positive, buying momentum. But it continued to wane, and today, now, just like on the monthly, on this monthly candle, boom. New buyers, new momentum. More power. This high today on RSI, eliminating bearish divergence. This is actually very unusual, not gonna lie. Not in a worrying way, but unusual, and you really don't get this often, especially on Bitcoin on the daily. We have 3 higher highs on RSI in a row. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 higher highs on price. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. No bearish divergence on RSI. I can't remember the last time that was true. We had bearish divergence all of 2021 on the highs. All the way up, all the way down. All of a sudden, we don't. Pretty spicy. Now that we're zoomed into the daily, there's a few daily levels here we definitely want to identify. And we have a new one. Boom. We can see 52,700. September, right before we fell off, we found lots of selling pressure there. You guys remember. Something of note is there's no back tests. We never came back to it. If we did see a fall, that wouldn't be a bad spot to look. Pretty close to the 20 daily. In fact, if that took, if it takes like a week before we see some kind of selling, that 20 daily likely will overlap with it. That would be a great target. Here's the problem. If we're going the quick route, we're probably not going to see a back test. We're probably not going to see really any back tests. Bitcoin gets us used to something, gets us used to a pattern. It says, don't worry, you can buy lower. Just wait. If you have patience, you'll be able to buy lower. And it gets us very comfortable. In fact, it got us extremely comfortable. All of this, every single drop, every single rally, we can get lower. We can get lower. There's one time where it doesn't allow you to get back in. So it trains our brains to think this way. This was very true back here. Extremely true. It trains our brains to think one way. And once, just collectively, we're all looking in that same direction, changes up the pattern. No more pullbacks, no more back tests, no more entries. So everyone who is in fiat is left out. Then it makes these very suspicious looking climbs. This is a weird looking climb, guys. Like, for real. Like, this is a weird looking climb. It's very doubtable. Like, there's plenty of reason to doubt it. Just looking at it visually, there's plenty of reason. It's very odd. It's not a very normal looking climb. That's what we want. We want as much doubt. We want as little confidence in the rally. In fact, what I want to happen is I want to hear people say, this rally will fail like all the rest. When you hear that, you know it's time. But there's plenty of reason. Plenty of This structurally looks like crap. Now all our indicators look good. Our weekly, honestly, guys, it was over last week. At the close of last week, it was over. The Ichimoku cloud, it tipped us off. It ended it. It GG'd it. All right, we'll do some like a little shorter time frames, and then we'll check out some altcoins. Sounds good. 12-hour looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent to me. A little weakness. A little weakness. A little bullish. A little bearish divergence. That's interesting. It's actually really interesting. The daily, no bearish divergence on our highs. The 12-hour, bearish divergence on every high since the new moon. Ooh, it's spooky. Spookaween is coming up. Spookaween. But our moving averages, not so much help here on the 12, again, because of the strength of the gradient of this rally. What we do have is the 20 12-hour or the 10 MA daily, but the 20 on the 12 is hugging price pretty close. It hasn't actually tested it yet. For a scalp position, I probably would look to bounce out of a bad position there or enter maybe a new position there for a scalp. Let me see. There's something I wanted to do here. Let's look at like what every bear has been. I don't know. They keep changing their lines. It's impossible to keep up. I think these are like every single bearish trend line I've seen. Yeah. We're above most of them. If we connect these, this is the only one that's like still above us. We can keep moving the goalpost. 62K right above us. Oh, we're still under that trend line. Well, here's the thing, bros. If you want to keep moving the goalpost, there's a problem. Come November 13th, we can just stay under that trend line and we're still breaking all-time highs. The trend lines is just gibberish. I don't know why people put so much focus on it. It's so silly. To look at an ascending trend and say it's bearish, I don't know. Let's get rid of these lines, though, because honestly, I don't think they're very useful. Look at the 2. The 2, because the 2 is my favorite. Momentum waning off. We have a lower high with a higher high in price. Bearish divergence. RSI, though, a little different story. We see RSI has moved up with price. We don't have any bearish divergence locally. Actually, we may not have any really locally at all. I would look back to the new moon. Weird how the new moon RSI high right at the new moon. I don't know, man. I don't know. But money flow is still trending positive. VWAP's very threatening. Momentum's very threatening. Looking at this chart, if I were to not consider the trend, I'd say the 2 hours looking to roll over. Same with the 1 hour. Nearly identical. The weird part about both of these time frames is money flow is moving up, and I actually noticed this yesterday. During this rally, okay, on small time frames, you have to zoom in really far to see this. We had negative money flow, right? Throughout like this whole rally. Yet price continued moving up. Money flow divergence, baby. Money is actually leaving the market on this time frame, yet price is moving up. What does that mean? That means that the bigger time frames, the Papa time frames, are sucking it in, and they're just maybe they burped, took a little belch. Like a black hole, belching out gamma rays into the universe. Bleh. Just gotta make room. Gotta make room for more. Money flow is just rocketing. And that wasn't happening yesterday. 15 minutes shows it, 30 minutes shows it, hourly shows it, 2 hourly shows it. Down into the 5, a little sketchier. But dude, money flow is positive on like every time frame. Poor bears. Smash that like button for all the bears out there. Smash it. They're gonna need our help today, guys. Call your Bitcoin bear friends and just check in on them today. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need that. And you know what? Don't be rude to them. Don't make fun of them. Don't make them feel bad. Don't rub it in. There's no need. I really always encourage this, guys. Don't be toxic to people in this space with different opinions. Don't be toxic to them. Vote with your money. Put your money where you believe. If your friend's bearish and he wants to sell his Bitcoin at the bottom, he's voting with his money. He voted wrong, but that's not our decision to make for them. And it's not our decision to judge for them. We need sellers in this market. We can't only have buyers. Markets don't function with just one side. We need both. Unfortunately, people need to lose for people to win. Because we're not generating value out of nothing. Give them a call. Say, hey, bud, just checking in on you. How you doing? And say, I don't know, be like, hey, bud, don't worry. I'll send you $5 in Bitcoin. That way you're not a no-coiner. That way you won't miss out totally. But don't hate on them. Don't be toxic. It doesn't do anything, man. Like, those people... And this isn't necessarily like bears, because this can apply to bulls too, is when people make the wrong decision in trading, we don't need to punish them because the market punishes them. Their wallet gets punished. They don't need us to do it. All that does is make us an asshole. And we can let's be rich, but let's not be assholes. Let's be like rich crypto cool people. That's my message of love. Ooh, my fancy bed told me that my heart rate was 7% lower than usual last night, indicating a good recovery of sleep. Thanks, bed. I have a fancy bed. I live super frugal. That sounds like I'm a douche or something. I live super frugal, but anything biotech, I'll buy. I also only buy high quality items. If you can sell me something that will last me my lifetime, I will buy it. I don't care if I'm paying 10 times the price. If it's like guaranteed for life, I'll buy it. My only peeve, I will never buy something that's like disposable. That's like one use unless there's no other option. Because there are things like that. I don't know, like fireworks. There's no, yeah, you know what I mean. If it's something that has no ability to continue, but if there's a product that it's lifetime quality, I'll buy it because I want to buy something once and be done. I don't know where this came from. All right. We're gonna set some alerts here on the corn. I think we're gonna dig into some other coins, boinloins. I miss Adventure Time. All right, let's I want to do Litecoin. We'll pull this up down here. There we go. Keep an eye on that. I don't need a haircut. It's that I washed my hair. I don't usually use shampoo. And like it did this, like it's just like all floofy. I have like a white fro. A white guy fro. It's not long enough, but it would be. Yeah, there we go. I got puffy hair. I want to look at Litecoin. Shout out to the Litecoin fam out there. To be honest, I'm going to say something messed up, but also not messed up. So, as a crypto influencer, you get approached. It is an onslaught of solicitation from exchanges, coins, well, I don't know, investing products, bots, like trading bots, everything just blasted with them, right? And they offer you lots of money. And they offer you more than that. They offer you exposure. They offer you traffic. They offer you eyes, right? And we've never accepted any. The only sponsorship we've ever accepted. So we were offered by BlockFi. We denied it because they wanted to control the language we use on this channel, and I won't do that. I don't. That puts you guys at too much risk that I might have to say something that I don't believe, and I would never do that. So we turned down a good amount of money for that. This is new. It's new. I haven't told you guys. I didn't want to shill it yet. But we do have a sponsor. It's not crypto related, though they do make Bitcoin shaker bottles, gamer subs, energy drink. That's what I've been sipping on this whole episode. It's actually really good stuff. I'll show the product. I'm not even gonna give you guys my referral link. I'm just gonna show the product. Blue Raz. I don't actually get paid to like show it off. I get paid like if you use my link. But I like this stuff. But this is just part of the story. So there's all these sources that want to give you money. They want to give you exposure. They want to make you grow, right? At the cost of your audience. And you guys have seen this with other creators. Promoting crap. Promoting scams. And we've never accepted that. So we've been kind of hindered by it. We've been a little hindered in our growth because we won't do it. And I had our first experience with it. On BitBoy on Across the Blockchain the other day about Litecoin. The Litecoin community saw it and they loved it, and they've been giving us love and sharing all of our stuff and promoting us, and it feels freaking great. It feels great to get that support and to get that love. I don't know, it's not really love, but like to get that backing without compromising my morals. Litecoin is a decentralized coin. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to invest in it. But it's a decentralized coin. There's no one sitting in the in the background with all of it or controlling the network. It's decentralized. That's what I like. You guys know. That's what I've said a million times. But we had our first taste of that, and it's awesome. So shout out to those guys, man. Like, blowing it up for us. Love it. So I'm gonna take a peek at this chart. And then we'll do Ethereum. Then we'll do ETH. I don't even know what was going on with this chart. I think this was like my original butt trade chart. For any new viewers watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. But for any new viewers watching, when I say butt trade, a few moons ago, I was messing around on the BlockFi app in my pocket. Well, I was messing around with the BlockFi app, and I started to clean my apartment. And I got an email about 45 minutes later that said trade executed. Turns out I butt traded. That's right. Like in my pocket. 50 grand worth of Litecoin. And this was totally accidental. I already had plenty of Litecoin. I wasn't planning on buying any more Litecoin at that point. Like not at that time at least. 50 grand. Which gave me a heart attack almost. I'm still in that trade. Price was at 163. I saw it trade all the way down to 104. Now we're back up to 186, baby. I'm holding this. I'm holding it. I'll take some profits at 420 probably. Just to de-risk, because that 50 grand was not money that I was investing. That was like my savings. By the way, I use BlockFi. My link is in the video description below. If you don't use BlockFi, especially like if you're in the US, if you have your dollars sitting in a bank account, like in a savings account, you're burning your money. Bros. Like, and again, we turned down the sponsorship. This is just how passionate I am about this. APY is the thing that rich people have kept from us our whole lives. It's how they've kept us poor. It's preventing us from collecting APY on assets. It's not like an absurd amount of money, but through all of the things that I'm using or putting up as collateral for lending, I think I'm getting about $800 a month doing nothing. Like nothing. Just my assets sitting there. Just generating USD. For nothing. This is like, it's how rich people get rich. And it's how they keep us poor, is by not letting us. My bank, with the same amount, was giving me, I think, like 35 cents a month. Something ridiculous. Like less than, it's like 1,000x, more than that. Oh, Bitcoin breaking up. Sorry, Litecoin, I was rambling for too long. Back to the corn. Corn is moving. We have a new high coming in hot. Money flows are all over the place. all over the place. I mean, they're all up. Here we go. But yeah, seriously, like, you don't have to even use, like, it's not even about that. You don't have to use my referral link for BlockFi, though I do have one in the video description. But, like, collect APY on your money, guys. Do it. Like, do it. You're just leaving money on the table. Certainly measure your risk. There is risk involved. I would say it's very low risk, and the return is also very low. But I don't know. I honestly think it's more risky to have your fiat in a bank. Let's be real. Especially if you compare what you're getting out of it. Yeah, I don't mean to shout out BlockFi so hard, but I really do. Like, I use them. I also, you know, make it fair so you know I'm not shilling. I also use Celsius, Nexo. I have Voyager. The Voyager never approved my account. I don't know. It still says it's, like, pending. Take advantage of all the platforms. Make sure you vet the platforms. If it's not one of those 4, definitely do research, because those are like the 4 I know that are legit at the moment. Maybe crypto.com, crow.com, whatever it is. Let's take a peek here. We haven't done any like prediction. So from our 60,000 touch back to our 58.8, our measured move, sitting about 61 to 60,800. Not very exciting. That's okay. We're going to zoom out, get a bigger picture. Here we are actually right now. 60,300 at our measured move from the 11th of October to the 12th. Swing high to swing low. Not bad. Our 2 right there actually here. I like the overlapping here of both of these Fibonacci extensions. I'm digging this. Right there. 61.9 to 62. That looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, that still leaves us in the resistance zone. 2.618 right at the all-time high. Actually, you know, here's a much better target. So when using these extensions, using the Fib tool, yes, you can use it on small time frames. You can. But like everything, small time frames are going to be less confident. BTC crossing 60,500. Let's go. Let's go. Woo, 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 woo. Get hype. Let's put on some hype tunes. These tunes are chillin' tunes. It's time for my favorite song on this player. You dare challenge me, mortal. Then we'll do The Floor is Lava. Kratos, the god of Olympus. This song wubs. Oh, it wubs. Let's go, baby. Smash that like for the pump. Wub, wub, wub. Aw. Oh, the greatness of Olympus. Be another to stand in. This means the death of us all. I love this song. Nothing of you in my wake. Classic TC tunes. Leave the sea and face me. That's my favorite line for some reason. Yeah. Didn't I yet? We're getting some pump tunes in. This is a classic fan favorite. Let's see if I can find a good level to have this play at. It's pretty good. Maybe a little louder. There we go. Watch out, the floor is lava. Though, been a song in the past where we've seen dumps too, but still a good one. Let's make this a wee bigger. All right, Corn's putting us on hold. We can go back to the other charts. For now. Alert set. That was a nice little candle. Nice little higher high for the day. Traded up to 60,686. We're looking for 60,700, but honestly, looking at the larger retracements here, it's probably a better target. Probably. The song is so 80s. High above our fib retracements. We're up here in no man's land, baby. That's right. This is really the best extension we can use. We really like the September high to low. 63,300. That's where we would get from that extension. No, keep going, Bob. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the light, to the Litecoin, to Corn Light. We're gonna be streaming all day, guys. Don't worry, we got plenty of time. Man, I cannot see there. There we go. Boom. Boom. Screen. What?
Watch out! The floor is lava!
Why can't I move that one? Oh, that's driving me nuts. Alright, screw it. Screw it. Alright. Lost all my charts. There we go. Wonderly Litecoin. We are just ranging here. We are just ranging. Off that rejection, man. 227. It's been the same levels. We have 227, 272, 420. Basically 120 or 122 is support below. Still ranging there. Maybe. Our indicators have something to tell us. Market cipher on the weekly is looking similar to Bitcoin, but honestly, this looks a little better. I think this looks a little better. You can see that rolling over on the weekly here, a little more matured, though price hasn't reflected it yet, which is not the best sign, but it's not the end of the world. What we do have on the weekly here is the 50 MA and the 20 MA, maybe setting up for what is kind of an unusual looking kiss. We did get a death cross there, rallied off of our lows, and now we have been holding that 50 weekly at $169. Likely don't want to see that break. Something tells me that we won't. After retracing to our golden pocket, we got a bounce. That's a setup for continuation. What's that RSI on here? You know what? I kind of wanted to. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Someone sent me some new indicators that they made. We could check them out then. See what they got. Rainbow indicators by our runner. Oh, Litecoin. Here's the only issue still with Litecoin. Same as when we looked at it last. Battling with that 200 MA. Let me turn the tunes down. Battling with that 200 daily. It's been a problem. It's a problem for a lot of coins right now. Likely to provide a good amount of resistance there at $189. We're seeing price interact with it pretty much right now. You break it, you close it, and 227 is very quickly in the cards. Momentum on the daily is looking decent with a higher high. We have VWAP trending positive, money flow after a brief trip. 1 to 3 days of negative, back to the positive. What I like here, though, is I don't know if you guys can see Ethereum. If you can see Ethereum, I'll pull it up side by side. Ethereum and Litecoin actually looking chart-wise pretty similar. Pretty similar here. Let me see if I can show that in a way that makes sense. Ethereum, in this comparison, has already seen a little bit of the upside that we're hoping for here on Litecoin. There it is. Do you guys see kind of the similarity there? Why does it keep doing that? Don't do that. There we go. There's a little similarity there. What we have is in September, that failed rally. Both Ethereum and Litecoin saw it. Litecoin rallied up to like 240. Ethereum rallied to 4K, exactly as we predicted. Then they both fell off. They painted what kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Ethereum, I think it's much clearer. I don't know if you can see it behind my head. I need to set up more screens. Lean this way. We see this inverse head and shoulders pattern on Ethereum right here. Litecoin, very similar. Very similar. We haven't seen that right shoulder really give us that explosive energy, though. Ethereum did it a little bit. Let's see, 1, 2. In the last 3 days, Litecoin also with 3 green candles. Hasn't made quite as much progress, but we have that same setup. They're almost identical. They're virtually identical. Not a bad sign, as Ethereum... this is very confusing, trying to operate these two. Ethereum already did it. It got a little more upside, heading towards 4K. Litecoin, following a similar trajectory, looking for 227. It's a major resistance. They're probably going to look to break nearly at the same times. Nearly. Let's move this down. Bitcoin keeping it spicy. I knew it would be a good marathon day today, man. I knew it. I could feel it in my bones. In my bones. Maybe there'll be something on the 4. 4 hour looking good. The whole market's looking pretty dang good. Like everything. Litecoin really just has to close the daily over that 200. Then it's uptown. It'll be uptown funky up. Let's take a look at Total. Total was a little highlight of our video. Gave us a tip off. Gave us a tip as to what was to come. Yeah, baby. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 touches to the all-time high total market cap. Currently, this weekly candle sitting higher than any total weekly candle close in history. After its third touch and a higher low, we have one of the most beautiful patterns in crypto. A flat top. A flat top with higher lows, multiple touches to resistance, weakening that resistance on each touch. Aw, that's so cute. That's so cute. My best buddy. Although, who the heck? What the heck? My best buddy has been going through some hard times. I think everyone has really in the last year and a half, 2 years. He started seeing a new girl, and that's so sweet. There we go. But we don't have time to talk about how sweet it is because here we go, Bitcoin. I'm going to pull it up, and then it's going to chill again. You guys know how it does. Boom. 60,700. And my buddy been having a hard time. He met a new girl. She plays League of Legends. We played League of Legends with her the other day. She played Morgana Jungle. And she kicked ass. It was cool. But I guess he gave her my contact info. And she's like, yo, it's this person. Your friend gave me your info if you want to play some League. That's so sweet. She's really nice. She's super nice. I'm down. But not right now, baby. There we go. There we go. That's sweet. I'm down for some League later, probably after the marathon stream. 60,700 has been hit. Our next upside target, looking for 61,261. Likely today. Likely today. But that's not our macro target. Our macro target comes, I guess I can't even call it macro, mid-cro target. In between macro and micro. TFIB extension, just under 62K. This is essentially the all-time high. Essentially. Months ago, we were looking for 48K. In fact, I was on BitBoys across the blockchain on that day and said, we haven't seen a dead cat bounce yet. Until we get to 48K, it's nothing. It's still just chilling. 48K was the threat, was the hurdle. I was shaking in my boots when we hit 48K. Shaking in my boots. Because of the potential there. Actually, and I'll share it. I'll bring it up. Because I don't hide what I do. I'm not like some other people. I don't hide what I do. I share. On stream, I've shown you guys before. I opened a short there. It was a calculated, small piece of my portfolio that I'm totally willing to lose. The liquidation for that position is at 70K. I would love to see that liquidate today. If that liquidates today, I will share that liquidation with everybody. Might even get a little rect alert from it because it's more than 20 grand with leverage. I'd share it. Hopefully I can tag myself on Twitter on the rect account, rectmex or whatever. Oh, does that only do BitMEX accounts? Mine's on Bybit. Oh well. Every time I look at it, it freezes. Bitcoin's very shy. When you watch, recedes into itself. Boom, getting alerts and alerts and alerts. Why does my Apple Watch give me alerts that my phone gave me like 5 minutes later? I don't get it. All right, maybe we can go back. Maybe we can go back to like looking at other charts. Like, who knows? We'll see. Every time I look away, she runs. But total, man. VWAMP's up, money flows up, momentum's up, MACD's up, just like Bitcoin. Interesting that it at the same time, though. I would have kind of suspected total would do it first. Didn't. But total's chart, very different than Bitcoin's. This is what I really like, and this is why I shared it with you guys in a clickbait form. because I wanted people to look at it. Clickbait works on YouTube. You guys are welcome to give me all the crap in the world about it. But the videos that I put those stupid thumbnails and titles on get 2 times as many views. The internal struggle is I want people to succeed in crypto. I want to share my experience so that they can use that to be more successful. If nobody sees it, it doesn't help anyone. So we have to figure out a middle ground. We have to figure out some middle ground where it's like in between clickbait. Well, not in between, but it's like clickbait, but it's the content is right. And I hope that's what I've provided. I hope. Monthly total. Here we are. Just way up there. Bitcoin, as soon as I put it on, you know what, guys? I might just keep Bitcoin down here because every time I put it down there, it goes up. That's the 3rd time in a row. It's like instantly turned green. I'll zoom it in a little more. I don't know how big it is. There we are. Is that nice and clear? What's up, Roll Blackberry 2 Ulysses V? Thanks for subscribing, fam. Good to have you. Everybody else who hasn't subscribed yet, smash that button with vengeance. Obliterate it. My hunch here is the same hunch I've had, but my hunch here is that total is going to look to break first. Wait a minute. All right, so guys, this is an important aspect of total and any chart that is calculated by TradingView, meaning it's not directly traded. It's an algorithm. There it goes. Every time I put it down there, go Bitcoin, go. Any chart that isn't traded, right? So this is like a calculation. This isn't actually a market. There's no exchange this is looking at. It's looking at the total market cap of everything, adding it together. What's up, Morgan Cohen? How you doing, darling? Good to have you. Let's get rid of all this crap. So anything about a calculated chart. So here's why we always have to look at these with kind of a different eye than a regular chart. Dalanson is ready. He's ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Where is my display capture? There it is. Nope, that's the other one. Display capture 2. What? There it is. My OCD was getting to me. So here's what we have to be aware of. So here it is on the weekly, right? On the weekly, we aren't at the highest point. Oof, my dog just bumped the camera. Earthquake. It's okay, bum. Just relax. So we can see we're not at the highest point. The highest point was back there in May. On the weekly. Watch what happens when we go to the daily. I don't know if you can tell at home, but some of these numbers just shifted around. Okay? Here's where it's really important. So I noticed I put it on the 4 hour. And look. It's technically at the all-time high now. And you can even see where I placed that. You guys saw there's no magic involved. I didn't do anything to it behind the scenes. Well, clearly there's magic involved because it just disappeared. What the heck?
Show Papa.
This chart. Someone didn't want you to see this. I've never had this happen before. I have no idea what just happened. Show Pupper. Hey Bean, you wanna go on stream? You wanna go on stream? You wanna come here? Daddy's lap? Yeah. Come here. Come here. She's like, not right now. She's right here though. I'll show her in a bit. I don't know what just happened. I want to start a conspiracy and say that it's like they don't want you to see this. It's too secret. But really, it's probably just something goofed up. All right. So like I was saying, this is just like important. I really want to point this out. I want to get this out. Hopefully it doesn't do the same thing. So I place the weekly there. 2.577 trillion, right? Watch. When I go to the 4 hour, check this out. Ready? Look at the 4 hour. You saw me place it on the wick. You saw it. You saw it. There's no wick. There's no wick there. 2.477. We may already be at the all-time high. or total crypto market cap. Changing time frames should not change a chart. There's something wrong with this chart right now. There's something wrong with the calculation. It should not be displaying different data. Doesn't matter how you count it, whether it's on the minute or hours. It should have the same data.
Show feed.
Literally right now. There it is. Shut up, Dallin. I love you, bud. Literally just happened. Literally just saw the high in May. All-time high. Total crypto market cap. We just saw a break. Live. Right there. We just saw it. Look. I know it's hard to see because the resolution's low. Because I'm so many pixels there. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why you have to be very careful with calculated charts. Because the data may randomly, weirdly be related to the time frame you're looking at. I don't know why that happens. It shouldn't. But what's super exciting is literally we just saw a new all-time high in crypto market cap right here live. This happened in the last like 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, last 2 minutes. So there's my hunch. My hunch was just proven, literally just proven live. Crypto, total market cap, looking to set a new all-time high before Bitcoin. And that only makes sense because the market cap of Bitcoin is going to be larger at 65K at the previous all-time high. It's going to be larger this time than last time. And that might sound crazy. What do you mean? If it's at the same price, it should have the same market cap, right? Wrong. Wrong. Market cap is price multiplied by the supply. There's more supply, roughly 900 more supply each day since that previous high in May. We can do the math. 156 days times 500 or times 900. 140,000 more Bitcoin have been added then to the circulating supply. So 140,000 times 65. There you go. That's the extra market cap on top. Boom. Boom. New all-time high, baby. New all-time high. Let's go, Bitcoin. Is it that easy? I don't know. It's looking like it. It's climbing. But we have a new all-time high on total crypto market cap. Give you guys a round of applause. You've made it. You've made it. I'm freaking stoked. I'm stoked. 61,400 boys. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Not really. This ain't my first rodeo. Let's take it. Biggest losers in crypto. All I saw was Cat Girl. What the heck? Cat Girl. Top gainer. Cat Girl. Up some gibberish percent. Almost certainly just BS. Hey, it's down here. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what else is moving here with Bitcoin. Well, I mean, you can't TA up. You can't TA straight up. We're heading for our target. Wait, I drew this on there already. Oh, wait, no, I drew it back here. You're right. Oop. There she blows. Matic. We're going to have to look at Matic. Matic hit $1.50 right now. Sol. Interesting. Earlier in this episode, GRT had actually been gaining against Bitcoin. No longer the case. No longer the case. You can see GRT's fallen down here in the bottom right corner. It's fallen down to a 4.4% 24-hour change, whereas Bitcoin at 5.9, aka GRT, falling in BTC pair. The only coins up against Bitcoin, HNT remains and Matic. Maybe we should look. By the way, guys, I'm sure some of you want to see Ethereum. You want to see Ethereum TA? Here's your Ethereum TA. It's going right back. It's going right back. It's just looking to retest. It's just looking to retest. Like, actually, let me get that. It's just looking to retest 4K again. You break through it, it's all-time high time. Boom. There's like no TA needed. It's just like a clear-cut path. Matic. Let's look at Matic. I can't look away from the corn, though. It's beautiful. Isn't green? Guys, I never used to really like the color green, but now it's my favorite color. Nah, blue's my favorite color. But don't tell anyone. We'll just say it's green. Boop. Retrace. Boop. Bigger retrace. Let's go. All right, we're going to look at Matic because Matic is doing things. I mean, we should look at New as well. I don't know why New, NUU. Okay, so maybe NUU isn't in the top 100 by CryptoCap. And so it wouldn't be on my list there. But Matic is. And there's probably some happy Matic holders out there today. Whew. Hitting our golden pocket. Let's hide everything on here. Matic and BTC. So Matic, this is what we were just saying about how, like, outpacing BTC, gaining against BTC. This is what we want in a bull run. We want green candles on a BTC pair. If you have a red candle on a BTC pair and the same coin you have a green candle in USD, that just means you should have been in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gaining more. Matic here with this green candle today showing us that it's got some strength even when Bitcoin's rallying. However, is this going to be short-lived? Let's see. It's followed the TA really well. Really well. Still finding resistance at 1,618. I remember that. The golden pocket sitting at $1.60, 1.8 cents. Found a low resistance there. You're gonna have some kind of bearish divergence unless you push up higher on RSI on the daily for Matic. Market cipher looks decent. That daily momentum candle out of nowhere is actually beautiful. Beautiful. Everything's just waiting on popcorn. Period. Oh yeah. That is a powerful, powerful moving average setup. Check that. Finding support at the 200. You found some resistance at the 50. Then you started finding support at the 100 and the 20. You blasted through the 50. Matic can make a good close here today. There are some spicy numbers coming. I mean, 250 is just like in the cards. Matic may consolidate for a little bit. Depends if corn chills out and maybe consolidates below the all-time high. That's likely to be seen across the market. May consolidate. But Matic's looking for 250, baby. Like, everything on this chart lines up to 250. It's like right below the all-time high. Daily resistance there.
New cipher is blasting. Check it out.
Oh yeah, we had it up already. Yeah, we had this up. New is, I don't know anything about this. I think I only looked at it once. I don't know how much TA I really can do on it. What I can do is say, all right, here would be our upside target. And I already did this. I must have not saved. I did this earlier in the episode. 365. 748. How do those sound? Now, these aren't targets for today. These probably aren't targets for tomorrow. But these are our upside targets. This is where it would make sense in a position that's in profit. I need to move this. There we go. That's much better. This is where the Fibonacci extension tool would suggest it makes sense to lock in some profits. Doesn't mean you have to ditch your whole bag. 365, 748. Here's what I would do. I'm not your financial advisor. I don't give financial advice here on YouTube. I just share my opinion, and I share maybe what I would do in the situation. If I had bought new, down to support 25 cents. Right now, you are up. You're up a hefty, what, 4x, 5x? Not bad. If it makes it to 250, So say I entered at 25 cents, because it traded there for a long time. It actually traded lower, down to maybe 17. If I'd entered at 25 cents at 250, I would look to take 10%. I'd look to sell 10%. At 10x, selling 10% of your position, you're recouping the entire investment. So what you've done is you've taken your cost basis per coin from 25 cents to 0. Okay? Now that is a free bag. This is the Tom Crown trading Bible right there. Create free bags of coins. Why? Because then you can wait. You can say, I might take some profit at 7.46. And since my cost basis at that point would be negative, I would have taken out more than I had even invested. You can ride this all the way. You just, wherever it goes. Doesn't matter. Up, down, you don't care. Goes down, maybe you rebuy and back at a low at some point. It goes up, you just keep chipping away at your position. That's what I did with Dogecoin at the beginning of this year. I had like, at the time, a very small bag of Doge. $150, $160. I waited. Waited for 10x. I sold 10%, got all my money out. And then each new high, every time it would hit a high on the daily close, and then we would start seeing some consolidation, I would sell a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. That 150 like ish dollars, it was like around there. It was certainly no more than like 200. If I hadn't sold any of it at the top of Doge, it was like 69 cents. We called the top. At the very top, it would have been worth 150 grand. You don't need to dump tons of money into these things. You can have small amounts. As long as you create a trading plan where you're looking to slowly wait out, get your investment out. Once you get your investment out, your risk is gone there. Now you can just be really free to do whatever you want. If you want to settle up, get out, fine. But it makes it really easy to hold it up, to let price continue to go because you don't have any attachment. It doesn't matter to you because you've already gotten everything out. You have a free bag. I don't really know what else. There's really not much we can do on new here. That advice is the best there is if you bought anytime before right now, see what % profit you're in. As a trader, you should always know what your cost basis is. If you don't, your taxes are going to be a nightmare. And actually, they probably won't be because it's very likely you're just losing money and you're not aware of it. So your taxes will be actually pretty easy because just declare losses. But if you had bought in really any time other than today, you could look to get your investment out. And now you're so set. The volume on this daily candle is great. It's great. It looks great. It broke through its all-time high. That's very confidence building. So maybe you think it's going to go higher. Our targets are here, 364, 746. But taking back your investment, you still have a large holding. Like I said, my Doge, and Doge is, kind of one of the better, crazier examples, right? You're going to say, oh, well, it's Doge, you just got lucky. Bro, I have over 100 altcoins. I have over 100 bags that started with $100 or less as investments. It wasn't that I got lucky. It was that I played the field. I made small investments in lots of things. And what that allowed me to do was not worry about them, not be dependent on them. So when they didn't go up right away, it didn't matter. If I put 20 bucks into it, who cares? I lost 20 bucks maybe at worst. Not the end of the world. It pays out. It pays you on the other end. Because you can just relax and you can hold it and you can look to really slowly exit. As opposed to if you go all in on new right now, you're probably going to end up selling it by the end of the day at a loss because it's not going to go straight up and it's going to be too much for you. Here we go, Litecoin. Following along. Litecoin, it likes when I talk about it, I guess. This hourly. Even this last 15 minutes, putting on some gains here. 227. I mean, it's like pretty much that easy. Let's see if we can get a neckline here. Something like that. So just crossing the neckline now. Excellent. The real play, the best play, if we're talking about just a trade, best play here would be the back test. The back test of that neckline, not the breakout. Trading breakouts, I think, is crazy. The back test, 189. So we see this move up, let's say to 200. Kind of matches the top of this left shoulder. Maybe we see something like this. That would be the play. That would be a smart trade. Doesn't mean that it's gonna win. It's the smartest trades in the world. Our only probability. That's a smart play. It's looking fancy. Matic actually looking pretty decent. I zoomed in here a little bit. Found that resistance right at our golden pocket. We saw a pretty spooky shakeout. Now we have a higher high, and that higher high brought us to resistance. Back to what was resistance, now support. On the 4 hour, now we have a bullish engulfing green candle. 3 hours to go on that, too early to count, but man, you close a 4 hour that way on Matic, you're definitely looking for a test of 160 or $1.61.8. It's the 1618 extension. It's a magic number. $250. I don't know when it's gonna happen for Matic. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's coming, baby. Honestly, that's probably lowballing. Bitcoin breaking out again. Let's go. It's like right above me now. We're gonna switch back to the corn for pump action. Pump action. Every time I move it, it stops. I put it back up there, it goes. Watch. We're just gonna, I think we might just keep it up there. Because it does, it's really, just keeps doing that. Look at some other stuff. Do you know you can find me in LA? New all-time high on total. Should we start yelling that? I'm sure nobody's like actually seen it. Like, I'm sure because of how goofy this chart is, I bet no one's like actually seen this yet. So let's do some live tweeting. He's ready for a live tweet. Let's get rid of that.
Have you heard of the Tiger King coin? Dev now building suite of DeFi apps, NFTs and charity connections. With season 2 of at Netflix coming soon.
I've only seen bot comments about it. But you don't seem like a bot. You seem like a real person. I have not really heard of it though, to be honest. Total, we're gonna live tweet here and I'll get right back to that. Total crypto market cap all-time high, baby. Let's put a little rocket emoji. Oop. Rocket emoji. Like a fire emoji. And then we're gonna do like, there's a chart. Then we'll do like cryptocurrency, and like top crown, like Bitcoin. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's live tweet it. Boom. People are gonna argue that it isn't. And they're technically gonna be right. But we'll still get to kind of like troll them. And then likely it'll like blast off anyway. It'll make a big run and then we'll have front run it. Yes. Yes. Did you guys see that as soon as they put it back over there, Bitcoin started moving again? Shizzle's wild. Does Tiger, like, so it's like Tiger King coin. What's like the ticker? Bitcoin is 70K. That's right, cryptocurrency lover. That's right, baby. 70K beyond. Keep going. 70K is for rookies. Tiger King. T King. All right. Well, here's what I'll say. CoinGecko is not assigning it a market cap rank. That's not a great sign. It's not a great sign. NA, not ranked. Market cap, question mark. It says $5 million, 24-hour traded volume. Total supply similar to SHIB, to Shiba Inu coin. We see about a quintillion. There is no max supply. Wait, is this an ERC20? Isn't ERC20 with no max supply? That's a red flag too. Where are they coming from? I mean, I guess it could be staking, but then it also could just be like somebody printing them because it's just a coin. Not all coins, something being a cryptocurrency, something being on the Ethereum chain or the BSC chain or Polkadot chain or whatever, doesn't mean it's decentralized. Cryptocurrency is about decentralization. Beware. Be aware. All right, they got 7,000 Twitter followers. Let's see what they tweet. Tiger King coin. Tiger King coin. They get a lot of likes. Maybe they send some likes this way. Is the Joe dude on this? Like, is this like real? Like, is it actually him? Doesn't that guy have his own Twitter? Is it like Joe Exotic? So if I go to Joe Exotic's Twitter, is he going to be talking about? Is he going to be talking about Tiger King coin? To support him. No, he did tweet at Tiger King coin. All right, I'll say there's a not red flag, maybe a green, a white flag, a neutral flag, that at least he in some way acknowledges it or is involved in it. That's cool. It's only traded on Uniswap, which is not really my favorite thing to see. Of course, there's no perpetuals or futures, no. Not really going to be any news. There's not going to be any news, no. No developer repo. So here's my issue, Tina. Here's like a, it's not even an issue. Here's something you need to be aware of, Tina. From what it sounds like, is they're promising some kind of development, some kind of, adding stuff, NFTs, this and that, new technology. No comment. Maybe that's their plan, but they have no developer repo, which means they haven't done any of that. So they're promises. Now, if this is like a coin, because I'm kind of putting this together as like maybe to fundraise for Joe Exotic. If you want to support Joe Exotic, go ahead. Fine. I mean, like that, there's nothing wrong with that. Cool. It's like using crypto to fundraise. I'm all right with that. But if there's no developer repo, they're not working on anything. Or at least they haven't published anything. Be wary. You got guys like, I don't know what it is. I don't know this joke. This coin. I've seen that show. But be wary. In crypto, 99% of everything is freaking a scam. It's a scam. And I'm not saying, not making any comment on this Tiger King, whatever. It's not about that. It's simply anything presented to you that is new in crypto. You got to approach it with that in mind. That 99% of things that approach you are scams here. They're centralized money grabs. It needs to prove it isn't. You don't need to prove that it is. It needs to prove it isn't. The onus is on it. Because everything is a freaking scam, man. It's a scam whether it's a rug pull. It's a scam whether it's like pre-mined, ICO'd. There's a different spectrum, and perhaps scam isn't even the word for some of these. I think the real definition, or the best way to describe it, is they aren't really crypto, or at least they don't fit, I don't know, the definition, the spirit of crypto. Something like that. Something similar. Healthy skepticism. That's what I am encouraging. Healthy skepticism. Right on, Jason. Exactly. You gotta be skeptical of everything in this space. Everything. I can go make a token right now on the Ethereum network, and I can call it whatever I want, and I can make any promise I want. Doesn't mean that's valuable. Doesn't mean that anything's gonna happen. It doesn't mean that I'm not just gonna rug pull it. Like, anyone can do this. Everyone out here that has Ethereum. I always use the log chart. That's right, Marvin. What's up, S3? Trampus. Trampus. I like that name. That's the same as Las Vegas Hooker Coin. Exactly. Mina T, you'll buy my coin? Oh, darling, you're sweet. Thank you. I mean, technically, I have a coin, but this is it's just on BitClout. Honestly, there's no reason to buy this. I just made this because I was like, oh, cool, I can make it. This coin promises nothing. It's not an investment. In fact, yeah, there's $400 of value locked into it. It's nothing. 65K by end of day. What's up, Thomas Orleans? Dude, what a handsome name. How do we sign up for my coin? I mean, like, I have a BitClout. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I have a BitClout account. I don't really have a coin. I mean, I have like a coin on the BitClout platform. I don't know. But it's not. It just isn't my. It just has my name. That's it. I have like put like a really tiny amount of money, just like to see how the platform worked. I bought some of them. It doesn't do anything. Doesn't have any value really. And that was the point, is anyone can do it. Some people might buy my coin because they watch me and they want, they associate that. Oh, here we go again, baby. 61.6. Let's get it. Good, get it. It does look like we're heading to our target, doesn't it? Where are the sellers? Where are the sellers? Sam Bailey answers Bitcoin. Where are the sellers at, bros? I really thought there would be some kind of selling at 58.8. Instead, we got a bump and run. Where are the sellers? My pleasure, Mina T. My pleasure. I hope I didn't make you feel bad or anything. I'm just trying to drop some knowledge. Important knowledge. It is. It's very important. Approach everything with, and healthy skepticism might even be like too gentle. Approach everything as if it's trying to take your crypto. Because guess what? It's trying to take your crypto. 100%. Everyone's trying to get their hands on me Lucky Charms. You can't let them. You just can't let them get their hands on your Lucky Charms. It's not good. They won't give it back. There's no backsies here. That's the problem. This ain't no traditional banking finance system. There's no backsies. No backsies. That's why it's a scammer's paradise. Well, I need to move that monitor much closer. Oh, you know what I haven't even looked at? I haven't looked at Shiba. I feel bad because I said I would. I forgot. Joe Exotic, damn it. Get out of there. I need to change this monitor setup for Sheezels. We slayed the Shiba trades. I think I need to just start trading coins that are related to K9s because we slayed Doge and we slayed Shiba. We have not hit the all-time high. We have not hit 4,000. Quad 0, 4,000. But we did hit our daily resistance, 34.68. Found sellers, pushed the market back down to support at 2,100, 2,200. Bounced. Lower high. Now we're back below support again. Does not look the best right now. But we'll see. Weekly candle close right at that resistance, not great. At least there's not that much selling action. She was down about 30% from its high. It would be ideal. It would be ideal to see Shiba close today above 25.95. You really want to see those dailies holding support. You don't want to keep closing below them. You had one shot. Buyers came in. You showed some strength. Selling was very timid. Buyers came in again. And then the energy kind of just faded off. Now, we haven't seen really a lower low. I wouldn't call this a lower low until below 2,000. So this can still be trending up. But not the most confidence building here in these candles. There's not a lot of conviction. And straight up, you guys know how I feel about this coin. I'm not shy. I've shared it many times. But we were very bullish on this. We were very bullish on this. Up to resistance. Actually, up to the all-time high, which we didn't get to. But we were up to bullish on this up to resistance. This doesn't have the same energy at the moment. Now, it doesn't mean it can't regain it. Doesn't mean it's gone forever. But we were very bullish on this, and right now I'm very neutral on this. And I'm speaking, of course, as a chart. As I usually am, speaking about just the chart. The 4-hour is rolling over here. But it shows some signs. It shows some signs that maybe it's going to be a fake out. With Bitcoin in the condition it's in, total market cap in the condition it's in, wouldn't be crazy to see this be a fake out really across the space. We're probably seeing a lot of this. We see our VWAP is trending up. It's virtually at zero. In the next 4-hour candle, it is either going to reject from zero or flip to positive, and that is likely, if it flips to positive, to pull price up. Momentum below, also agreeing. Momentum looking for some upside as well. What chart do I want over there? Yeah. My Litecoin. Momentum on the 4-hour looking decent as well. So those are like two pretty good things. The problem is we don't really have it. We don't have support here. This isn't a support level. We could get a random reversal. That does happen. Momentum on its first waning selling momentum candle. It is still selling momentum, though it may be waning on this close if we get a higher close. MACD not really lining up with market cipher, but something spicy. Here we go. This is spicy. This is good. This is good if you're a Shiba person. If you're a Shibra. Shibra. I like that. Ooh, a bit bra. I'm a bit bra. You might be a Shibra. Is we do have a lower low on our SI on the 4-hour with a higher low in price. We have bullish divergence. Now we don't see a reversal. So in the same way we have bearish divergence on some time frames in Bitcoin, but it isn't confirmed because we don't have any real reversal yet. This 4-hour candle was a fake out maybe of a reversal. That's a very bullish candle. That's bulls taking control back, but they didn't hold it. We need to see some kind of actual reversal. And for me, that's going to be trading back above 2594, 2600. Traded back above 2600. Then I'm thinking you're looking for that 4-hour to play out. Our golden pocket's right up here, 2865. Something don't sit right about that. Something doesn't sit right about that. That looks a little better. There's potential for reversal. I definitely do see here on Shiba, I do see momentum. So here's the story, and I like to describe to patrons and people I chat with as charts are telling stories. They're telling a narrative, right? Of different market forces. The story was pretty one-sided here. People were buying. There was a little profit taking. People were buying. The story changes right here. We see people aren't buying as much. Kind of consolidate back at a previous level. We hadn't seen that happen before. Market achieved maybe a fair price at the time in the market's mind, which who knows what the market's mind is. Sentiment buyers came back into the market, but they were matched by sellers. They were matched. Momentum was moving up. This chart was trending up. And then something changed. Momentum here changed. Sellers began to take more control. And we saw, or we are seeing, this gradient, this selling, increasing. Now we may, as we said on the 4 hour, we may be seeing that momentum chilling. These candle bodies, or the depth, the gradient, how fast it's falling is slowing down here. Unfortunately, this is an ugly pattern. That's a very ugly pattern. That's a pattern we usually expect to drop. Sadly. 2200 sats would be your support below. Hopefully you get a higher low versus the 8th, if it does. But all trading is probability. And while this is an ugly pattern, that would suggest the probability favors a fall. That probability is not 100%. Maybe it's 60% at best. So there's still, in that made up percent there, 40% chance of it going up. Showing us that reversal, showing us the strength, showing us the weakness in selling. That's right. Shiba Diba. Shiba Hiba Diba. What's up, Jonathan Seymour? Thanks for subscribing, brother. Make sure to join the Discord and verify once you're in there. Lots of great stuff on Discord. 24/7 live chat, stream. Free coins, literally. Free crypto just for being in there. I airdrop it randomly. I'll airdrop it at the end of this stream. Lots of value, no cost. That's right. Arai Hunt Bat Kanar. I can give all medical reports and photos of... I don't know what's going on there, buddy, but let's end that conversation. Oh, what disease? Oh, you're... No, brother, please. No soliciting, man. I'm only going to ask you once. That's it. Yo, Easy Money. Where have you been? We got, like... We got some familiar names that we haven't seen in a while coming back in. Good to see you. We'll leave Shiba up there for the Shiba fans. $20 is $20, says Josh. That's right. LTC is a joke. Craigolas. Brother, you're welcome to have your own opinion on everything, man. I would disagree with you, but I'm not going to argue with you. Because your opinion doesn't change mine. We need sellers and buyers in every market. Stay bearish. Sell me your coins. Give me your coins. Solana showing something. All right. A little bit of strength, maybe. Ooh. I'm going to have to grab something to drink here soon. Solana trade down to 115. Support. Golden pocket. This just looks like consolidation, really. Back to the golden pocket.
And lives in McDonald's with Wrecked City.
Hey, at least you get free Wi-Fi, bruh. Gotta love that free Wi-Fi. You're a goof, Josh. What would I do without you? I'd be a lot calmer. I'm just kidding. Could we see a retest of 150 on Solana? Yeah, we could see a retest of 150. Might be a decent entry. Solana's really unarguably showing some strength again. Seeing higher lows. We may have a tres titos. Uno, dos, tres titos. Pattern setup. We have some kind of neckline here at the golden pocket. That's right. Some kind of neckline. That's looking about 170. Maybe 177. Be a better call. Looks like you got bullish divergence on your low on the 12th. Your 4-hour money flow is looking to roll over. I'm not quite convinced. It's looking to roll over. I'm not sure if that's going to be sooner or later, though. Could take a bit. Momentum is all the way up on the 4. Excellent. Excellent. Daily, MACD rolling over. We don't really have divergence here. We have a high, a low, a lower high, a higher low. And that's what we have on MACD. Nothing really there. Low, higher, low. Same thing on our side. We have no divergence on the daily whatsoever. Market cipher, VWAP's up, money flow's trending down, which is not ideal. But our momentum may be catching here. Maybe we are looking for an upside move. I need to see these averages. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is my conclusion. This is my call live on stream. Solana. I think you might be able to get a better entry than 161. I think you could probably get it closer to 150, maybe 152. But there's a beautiful trade here. There's a beautiful trade that we are getting signals for on the daily. We have our bullish kissing. All we have to do is stay above these moving averages, the 20 and the 50. The 20 is sitting at 152. It's also daily local support from the 12th and 13th. Right below, where you can see today, briefly traded below, 147 is the 50. So what I can glean from this basically is, let's take the closest local support on the day. So that's 144. My trading plan here would be to get as close to 150 as I could. If price bails below 144, I'm out of that position. This is how I would approach it. If price bails below 144, that bullish kissing is likely to invalidate. You're likely to get another trip down. Maybe you do get a higher low like 130, 120. But I'd be playing this bullish kissing. If it breaks, I'm out. Transparency, I do own some Solana. It's not a huge amount. I bought it, I don't know, like 20 something bucks. Something like that. Really, I should have bought it when we first were talking about it here on stream, when it was like $4 and we were calling for $9 or 14, and people were like, that's crazy. $14, no way. And we called for 150, upside of 177, and we got overshot to 216. We got overshot. Our measured moves remain the same. If this Solana trade plays out, I'd be looking for a test of the all-time high. The smarter play may be to close at daily resistance like 191. However, you break 215, and our targets have not changed. If Bitcoin breaks to a new all-time high, we see a parabolic run in the space. This may take some time. Bitcoin is the king, and its subjects tend to take a knee when the king's talking. But eventually, they catch up. Bitcoin hits a new cycle high. I think it is very reasonable to see Solana at 350. If we get a really strong run, I could see as high as 490 to the 540 area. That's pretty big. It's pretty big only because of how far it's come. In reality, that's not that big. That's like 3x from here. Not that long ago, this was trading at $1. December 2020, $1. Now at 161 with a high of 215 and potentially looking for like 350, 500. That's insanity. That's insanity. This is why it always pays to be early to the party. Not early. It pays to show up at the it pays to show up at the party when no one's there. It pays when nobody's at that party. Problem is, people only want to go to parties that are full of people. And by then, all the fun's gone. Our measured move locally. Not a lot of confluence there. That 350 level, yeah. Solana gets my thumbs up. But it's waiting. It's waiting for the corn. Little double top weekly action, 143-ish. Moving averages in the dust. What a chart. Bang.
Could you check out T-King, Tiger King coin please? I heard it's the first meme coin with utility.
We actually did, brother. Man, bots. I don't think this is a bot. Well, that was a little more bottish of a comment. But we looked at it earlier. We looked at it earlier for Amina. And I can't. I really cannot. I cannot, in good conscience, say it is the first meme coin with utility. I don't see any utility. There's no developer repo. It doesn't mean there isn't any. There just is no developer. There's no developers developing it, at least on GitHub. There's no one watching. There's no GitHub for it. So at the moment, I don't believe that's true. From our findings, it looks like it's some kind of fundraising for Joe Exotic type thing. Which, hey man, that's like, you know, people went crazy for that guy. I watched some of that show. I couldn't finish it. It lost my attention. But if you want to support Joe Exotic, I guess, and I'm not even making the claim that the coin does. That's just kind of what I gathered. It's my best guess. Then go for it. I'm not going to judge you. But I'm not aware of any utility. To have utility, you typically have developers. No developers. Not at the moment. What type of people? I don't know. Andy Power. It's a good question. But at the same time, it's like, we can say that about anything. Like, there's been so many. We've seen so many. We've seen so many of these coins where it's like, who would ever buy that? But like, somebody is. Not me. Somebody is.
Vava VAV unit. Can we look at VChainer Ma brother from another woman UNDA dark covers?
Va V unit. Thoughts on the ads. First thought is it sounds like AIDS when I first saw it.
I am not a bot bro winking face BTW. Netflix will release Tiger King Season 2 on November 17th. 60 million watched Season 1. Connect the dots.
No. Yeah, you don't have to be a bot. I don't know. I appreciate the support, brother. We actually we went more in depth with it than we ever have earlier. We did. I gave it a fair shot. I didn't see anything that suggests that it has anything other than it's just an ERC20 token. I'm sure there's more research to be done, but I didn't see anything. And I was encouraging everyone to approach everything with caution in crypto. Virtually everything is just a money grab. People are trying to get your money. People make money on scams. Period. You might make money as well on a scam. Even if you aren't the scammer. You might make money trading it, and power to you. I know I have. Just be weary. Think about what you're giving up. Tiger King Season 2's coming. That's cool. Like, I don't know. Does that mean it's gonna pump? Does that mean people are gonna buy it? Are they going to shout it out on the show? I mean, that might be that might make some difference. You're connecting dots that I'm not seeing. VeChain on the weekly, actually, not doing too bad. It was a little sketchy last time we looked at it. I think earlier this week, maybe late last week, we were trading below the 20 weekly, 200 daily. We're still below that 200 daily.
Whoa, I have a credit card again.
Oh, brother. Oh, that's bad news, bears. Funny story, Gavin. Funny story. I actually... So I'm in a bunch of YouTube creator groups. Someone did a live premiere, and I was tipping them because they're like a history channel. Shout out to History with Kaylee. Go ahead, follow her. She makes great videos. I was tipping her, and I tipped her like $5, and then someone tipped 10, and so I tipped 20, and then they tipped like 50, and so I pulled a Gavin, and I was like, I won't be beat. I tipped 100. I got like 30 messages from my bank about fraud. Like... I got the exact same thing. My bank was not happy.
My man. I still got my long position holding since 1C.
What's up, CalJ? BitConnect will return. BitConnect will rise again. BitConnect. I wanted to return just for the memes. But I think what Anonymous was probably hinting at is, yeah, we will have another BitConnect event. There will be another plus token event. Crypto's full of scams. You have to be like, being paranoid is healthy. Is healthy in this space. Be paranoid. Make something prove to you that it's real before going all in. If you want to put $20 into something that's shady, go ahead. Or some amount you don't care about, go ahead. But just be careful. Investing large amounts. There's more scams than legit projects. So for Mr. Golem, Vet looking much better than it did before. Dude, we looked at Vet back here, and it's like kind of in the same position. One thing I do like about it now versus then is intraday today, we did see this candle trade very bearish engulfed, and we saw a test of our 10.08 cent level that held and rallied back past the 50 and past the 200 daily. Now we're trading above the 200 daily. We have tested resistance at 12.85, the same resistance we've had up here forever. All that has to do, and this is the same dang thing that we said last time, is close above the 200. 12.1 cents. It could happen today, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts. 6 attempts at it. Certainly, each attempt weakens it. Resistance only weakens when tested. Same with support. But I'd be cautious about popping the bottles quite yet. We do see a broadening pattern going on here. Our highs are coming up and our lows are moving down. And while classical TA might say that that is pretty neutral, I would disagree right now. We have been seeing this exact pattern across the market on many time frames. Bitcoin bottomed out with a broadening ascending wedge bottom. I would lean bullish on it. I would lean bullish on this broadening pattern simply because we've seen it play out. I can't even count how many times recently. So Vet, here's what I have for you. You need to retake your 200 daily. If you do it today, great. If you don't, we'll wait till you do. I think the odds of it doing so are very good over, I don't know, the course of how many days. It's likely to stay range bound between 10.8 and 12.8 cents until it does. I think that the low is in for Vet. I don't believe it will trade below 8.1 cents anytime soon. September's low. I don't think it will. This is a pattern we're seeing across the space. We looked at it on Ethereum. We looked at it on Litecoin. And here it is on VET as well. It's the same thing. We have that September high touch, the fall, the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and now we're seeing these necklines being tested or broken. Likely to follow the same pattern as Ethereum, Litecoin, everything else, doing the same tango. Just got to retake that 200 daily. That's it. That's all you need. Boom. VET, it's weird how VET, like, pretty consistently the whole space will look similar chart wise. It's weird because VET pretty consistently, like, won't. I don't know why. It seems like it's on its own kind of like a little bit different rhythm. Like we have red negative money flow in the daily. We don't have that like anywhere else. Pretty much everything else on the daily has positive money flow right now. But price is still trading sideways on VET. We're not seeing that negative money flow really do anything. It's not pushing price down. I think it's waiting for a pretty big move. $0.235. You do have resistance at 17. But something tells me if it breaks, if it closes above the 200, if it makes a move, because this has been a long time now. This is the daily chart. It's been in this kind of broadening pattern for 2 weeks. Smushed in between its moving averages. It's building up power. We can see right now just leaving its Ichimoku cloud on the daily. This is what it comes down to. Are you going to close above the 200? If you do, you have a potentially very powerful setup. And in fact, the longer you just trade sideways here, the more powerful that's going to become. But it hasn't made the move. It's waiting. You're above the 20 weekly, and that is all we really care about. If you're above the 20 weekly, you're in a bull trend. That's my opinion. Doesn't seem to be having trouble with that. We do see intra-week trading below, but settling above by the end of the week. Things are looking pretty good. Weekly momentum looks pretty good. Harvey. Something about that, man. Something about that doesn't sound right. Guys, 10K, people, it's just hilarious to me. It's like people say 100K, that no one, who would buy it at 100K? Then realize people said that about 10,000. People said that about 20,000. People said that about 1,000. How much is internet magic money worth? $1. $1. People were, why would you trade a whole dollar for one number on the internet? This has been the same mental roadblock people have had every step of the way, and every step of the way has prevented them from making good decisions. 100K, 10K, 1K, 100, 10, 1. It's all the same. It's just moving the decimal. Every time. Once we get to 100K, it'll be a million. Bitcoin can't ever be a million. Just like it could never be any of the other values. Ever. Could never be any of them. There's always too much. Quote, nobody would buy them. Nobody would buy them at that value. No one would buy it at XYZ. And it's funny because history has shown. It doesn't take long before whatever value, quote, nobody would buy it at is the value people are like praying for. Like, oh my God, I'd love to buy Bitcoin at 10K. People used to say that it was impossible. It never reached 10K. Bitcoin can't be worth literally any sentence that has started with Bitcoin can't be worth has been wrong. History has proven it wrong. Done. Period. Every step of the way, it's been doubted in the same way. in the same manner. And every step of the way, it's proven them wrong. It's not a good line of thinking. It's a dangerous line of thinking. Think about the big picture. Merlin's right on, dude. Right on. It's the big picture. Zoom out. Maybe it's a really good day. We usually do this on days where it's scary. Spooky days, I like to call it. We usually do this on spooky days. But you know what? Maybe it makes sense to do it on days where maybe we're experiencing some euphoria as well. Yeah, that makes sense. This is the entire history of Bitcoin. The entire history. Zoomed out. 1 penny. 1 penny. October 4th. It's always October. What is the conspiracy with October? Holy hell. It's always October. Anyway, October 4th, 2010. Bitcoin was 1 penny. It began trading at about 6 cents. It fell to 1 penny. At 1 penny, 10 cents probably was impossible. Right? At 5 cents, $1 was impossible. It has always been impossible. Bitcoin does the impossible. Period. Does the impossible. And it's proven it. It's done it. Not just once. It's done it over and over again. Every time. Back here. At 1,000-ish. Saying Bitcoin will go to 10,000. People have said you're crazy. That's impossible. Can't go to 10,000. That's too much. Who would buy it? You know what? Really? They definitely said it back here. I wasn't around Bitcoin. I wish I was back here. But people definitely said it back here. Who would buy Bitcoin at $1? Who would trade $1 for a Bitcoin? That's crazy. Nobody would do that. Nobody would ever buy them for $1. Then it went to $25. Then it fell. Fell back down to, well, $2. So it looks like people were interested at $2. Certainly. Okay, it went to 25. Now it's at 2. 25, all right. But like it'll never go to $100. Then it went to $300. It'll never go to $1,000. Then it went to $1,000. It'll never go to $10,000. It took a while. It went to $20,000. But that was it. Like that was it, right? 20,000. Sure, this keeps happening. This exact same pattern keeps happening. But this time, it's impossible, right? Every time. What do you think the rest of this chart looks like into the future? Because nobody knows. No one knows. This is what I think it looks like. Hey, you goofy curve. Ooh, goofy. Whoa. Logarithmic lines are crazy. This is what I think this is what the rest of the chart's going to look like. There you go. Maybe I'm a little too generous. Maybe the curve is like a little less intense. Maybe like that. This was the important part. Extend line left. Extend line left. I guess extended it right. This is the important part. Is that just keeps going. Just keeps going. You just keep adding zeros. All you do, just keep adding zeros. Do I think it will ever reach whatever freaking number this is? Nah. Humans will be far beyond, hopefully. Well, we'll either have destroyed ourselves, or we'll be far beyond, like, money at that point. But do I think it will follow this path? Yeah. I do. There you go. There's the future. It's waiting for you. $1 million by 2025. By the end of 2025. Easy. What's up, Chris Green? Mr. Chris Gringo. When I went to Costa Rica, they called me a gringo. And they were right. They were very right. Do we have 420 likes yet? If we don't have 420 likes yet, what's the point? What's the point of anything? Let's see. We have 393. All right, way better than I expected. Well done, fam. We just need 22 more. There's 22 of us out there. If you haven't liked yet, help us reach 420 goal. We have to get 420 likes every episode. If we don't, they take away my 420 license. I'm a licensed 420, and they'll take it away. You really want that to happen? Then you're kind of just rude, but whatever. Fine. Let's see, did anybody disagree with my post yet? Some would say it's inevitable. Right on, DB. I don't know if you're out there, man. It's Crypto Friday, T-Mix. Crypto Coons. Much love, brother. Much love. Love you, Mom, says Dr. Tommy Two Guns on Twitter. Love you too, son. Tyler S. commented, they're busy asking their mom for a raise in their allowance they can buy back in. Let's retweet that one. Who has bear friends? Jared Ludby. Savage. I'll need that negativity. The old King Corn, says Mr. Trotterson. We're just sitting here waiting for a little moon. Just a wee moon. Let a wee moon more. Let's see. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell. There's a lot of stuff I know. Like this stream. And check out the Patreon. There we go. Shill complete. I should try to find that that gamer subs link. I'll have to figure that out. How I want to incorporate it. Yeah, that's a good chill. Oh wow. Oh wow. We broke 6,000 followers on Twitter. That's a big deal. We were at 5,000 forever. But no time for that. Bitcoin's looking green again. Into a new 15-minute candle. Boom. Slightly higher high already in. Heading for our 62,000 in-stream target. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 427 likes. I can die. Happy man. You guys rock. Love you guys. We've got the stream and marathon going on today. How long have we been live? I don't even remember. No concept of time right now. When Bitcoin's pumping, man, I had no concept of time. 3 hours? Not bad. Not bad. It's one of our longer streams. Merlin, as soon as he does, man, I'm telling you. As soon as he does, take a little bit of profit. Thank me later. Lambo Rider. This is a wonderful blue ice. It's just like menthol raspberry. Richard Hart said 10K. Who cares what your heart says? Props to him. He's done well. Did I already talk about Valkyrie ETF? Not really. Not really. Maybe I should. To be honest, the reason I haven't is I don't really know. Like I don't know that much about it. I don't have like great info to share. What are the impacts of an ETF that's futures based? Not the same as physically backed, obviously. But there's some arguments. I certainly don't see it as bearish. It's clearly what the SEC wanted as a first step towards physical custody ETF. They got it. Here's what I see. Here's the potential I see. So while the ETF itself doesn't hold physical asset, what it allows, and this doesn't really apply to you and me. This applies to people we probably have never met. People with the big money, big hedge funds, big investment corporations, things like that. What it allows them to do is have exposure in a way they weren't allowed to. What it also does is it sets up a scenario where certain type of investor can look to buy the physical asset and short the ETF derivative, which if you guys have watched this channel is what I do. My spot's always long. My shorts pretty much are always derivatives. Allows me to hold the asset, and then I have other people, I ask them, I guess, to borrow theirs on exchange. So there is a scenario where spot is being bought because of the ETF. Now, it's not through the ETF. It's not held by the ETF. But it's similar to the tango that goes on with Grayscale. Actually, it's the opposite. Because Grayscale holds it. So what Grayscale can allow them to do is to sell the asset spot and buy the derivative. I think it's more hype. It's really more hype than anything. But it's just another domino. In reality, that's what it is. It's another domino. These dominoes keep falling. El Salvador front run a US Bitcoin ETF. What timeline is this? Like really, what timeline is this? Where El Salvador front runs the US on an ETF. We live in wild times, man. Wild times. The Valkyrie. All right, so it's official. We'll open this. It's official. October 15th, 2021. Division of Corporation of Finance, U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. This is to certify that on October 15th, today, the NASDAQ stock market, the exchange, received from Valkyrie ETF Trust 2, the registrant, a copy of the registrant's application for the registration of the following securities. Shares of beneficial interest of Valkyrie Bitcoin Strategy ETF. We further certify that the securities described above have been approved by the exchange for listing and registration upon official notice of issuance. We understand that the registrant is seeking immediate acceleration of the effective date of registration, and we hereby join in on such request. I guess that's fair. I guess that's confirmed. I don't know. I don't know about the legal part of it. Sounds like it. Dr. Julian Hosp on Twitter, who's verified, CEO of Cake DeFi, posted that. I'll retweet it. I think I gotta grab like some more caffeines. Brought to you by GamerSubs. Ooh, that guy has a nice Litecoin watch. Ooh, excellent. Started League of Legends. That's beautiful. Beautiful. This song reminds me of a Ritz Crackers commercial. Actually, it might have been on a Ritz Crackers commercial. Let's see what Reddit's doing. Is Reddit responding? Let's do like a Reddit peek. Do you guys realize how huge it is that we're back at 60K again? No, I don't realize. Dang, SHIB Army is upping their bet from 1 cent to 10 cents. So now instead of a $10 trillion market cap, they're calling for 100 trillion. Ballsy move, SHIB Army. Ballsy move. Here we go. It's been a while. Happy 60Ks. That deserves an upvote. Not that much hype. There's some hype. Let's see if anything's reached trending. Does not look like anything's trending there. Cricket. Wait, what? Nothing. We don't have a front page post on crypto yet. That's good. Typically when we do, we're kind of reaching a rough point. No crypto front page. That's good. That's very good. Maybe there any trending communities? No. Good. Good, good. Pay attention to these little things, like Reddit. When Reddit starts buzzing, when you see crypto on the front page, you know that we're reaching towards the top. Not the top. The first time it's on the front page is probably not going to be the top. Likely going to have at least one big move after. But you know that it's near its cycle peak when it's front page every day. Yeah, I don't see Bitcoin. I don't see any of these crypto. None of the crypto subreddits are like trending or are growing in like the top 100. Maybe in tech. No. Show more. Crypto. Here we go. This is interesting. This kind of information seems like, I don't know, like it wouldn't be valuable, but it is. Watch like the growth of these communities. Cryptocurrency sitting at number 1 / our cryptocurrency. Shout out to r/cryptocurrency. Stellar climbing the ranks. Litecoin climbing the ranks. Litecoin sitting at number 6 now. It's up 16 or up 14 spots. It was at 20. Now it's at 6. Look like there's too much movement down there. But those are like little secrets, little things to look for. 61.8. Here we go. Let's fulfill the prophecy. Let's make it so. Holy shit. I got a bunch of ladybugs in here. Me and the ladybugs have a truce. They just crawl on the ceiling. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. Silly ladybugs. There's a bunch of them. There's 3. But that's the most I've ever seen at once. Probably should do something about it. Later. There we go. We have another higher high. I don't even know how many that is. I've lost count for this episode a lot. A lot. Ooh, that total crypto market cap post. That gained a little traction. We got 46 likes, 10 retweets. Jump in, follow me on Twitter, retweet that. Let's blow it up. Let's see. Actually, on Twitter, though, we do see in business and finance, Bitcoin ETF is trending and BTC ETF is trending. Fun fact, Twitter is the largest crypto social media platform. YouTube is like number 2 or 3. Does that mean I need to tweet more? Probably. Probably. It's just not very interactive. I don't like it that much. Abstract Amplified. What's up, man? Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you here. Great to have you. Let's see. Little red. Higher high, little red. Same thing happened earlier today. Those little changes that I made in the last few days to the stream, I think our connection's been really solid, and I think camera quality is much better. You can see all the fine details of the crown. Nice and smooth. Won't you come home? Still got 300 here with us. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. We've been live for like coming up on 4 hours. We're marathoning. We might take like a lunch break, then start it back up again. Let's see. But we're trending. We're trending. We're number 1 for Bitcoin Live. We're number 1 for BTC Live. We're number 1 for Crypto Live. Number 1 for BTC Live Trading. Number 1 for Live ETH Live. Number 2. I like sharing these with you guys. These are the search results. These are the search keywords that we're showing up for right now. And that's because you guys are doing a great job engaging the stream, hitting that like button, subscribe, and chatting. That's because of you. Dude, my Apple Watch is having issues. Like it just like now is alerting. It keeps like alerting me 5 minutes after my phone. Now it looks like 2 minutes. There we go. There we go. What's up, Rake Addicts? How you doing, man? Eduardo Sanchez. Bought BTC for the first time, 58K. Felt so late. Well, brother, I'll tell you what. I bought Bitcoin many, many years ago. I felt exactly the same. I had the exact same feeling. Felt too late. Goes to GG, take a sleep break. Yeah, dude, I feel you. Been here all stream. Kyle Moses, MVP, bruh. MVP. What's up, Error Random? How you doing? Look at Shiba. We have Shiba pulled up. It's tiny. I made it a little bigger. Shiba's pulled up down there. Oh, yeah. It's right here. Right there. LTC making a climb again. Let's go, Litecoin. Let's go. It would be so glorious to see LTC rally with BTC. It'd be amazing. What's up, Rustin Wallace? Ooh. There we go. Probably gonna take a lunch break at some point. It'd be so glorious to see all the decentralized projects rally with Bitcoin here on the next leg. SHIB in the bottom right. SHIB, we're hoping for some bullish divergence off this low. Retest of resistance. But we haven't confirmed it yet. Still in play. Retest of the 2200 support. It was resistance. Got back tested as support. And then we had a lower high. So unfortunately, we're kind of back there. Wouldn't be the end of the world to test it if it holds. Holding here, honestly, would be best. You get the better divergence then. Sarah, no, don't say that. Don't say that. There's not a million of them. Yeah. They're not over. Oh, yeah, they're probably living in the walls over the winter. Probably. This, the house I live in is like 300 years old. Something like that. It's very old. They probably have like a whole colony somewhere. But yeah, they don't bother me. They literally just like crawl around on the ceiling and they never mess with me. It's weird. They're only in this room in like the corner. There's some bugs I don't like. Ladybugs are kind of cute. They eat other bugs, so I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the like bug predators. What's up, Joel Santos? Capper Helmut. Bouncing off fibs. Thanks, likes the glasses. Thank you. Did BTC ever put a daily close above 61K? That's a good question. Yes. Yes, the highest daily close was 63,683. Man, that chart's spicy. So spicy. It's just back to this. It's just October again. It's always October. Forever. Perpetually October. Perpetually October. Lex Luthor, no, don't say that. No, they don't. Well, yeah. Well, guess what? I'm not going to have sex with them, so I'm not going to get an STD with them. Boom. Yeah, it's silly. Nicholas, you're totally correct, man. Total market cap. Total market cap, yet again, leading the way, showing us the future. Now, you hopefully, which I know is not true, hopefully everybody checks out the stream that saw that post because it's conflicting. On a lower time frame, total hit a new all-time high on the 4-hour. But if you look at the weekly, for whatever reason, the weekly was recorded with a higher high than where we're at right now. And this is, in my opinion, an error due to the nature of total market cap, which is that it's a calculated chart. It's not a real chart. It's not looking at APY data from exchange. Like one... Dude, this is still broken. It's not like looking at one... What the heck? I don't know what happened here. This chart... I was showing secrets and they shut me down. Is that it's traded or not traded? So like if you look on the weekly we technically haven't hit an all-time high, right? Because on the weekly we have this wick right here. Well, actually, it looks like we have like tapped it now. But when I posted that, what I was looking at was on the 4-hour. If we look at it on the 4-hour, we actually did break the all-time high. There is no wick there. You can see where I attached that red line. There's nothing there. It only went to 2.484 trillion. If we look to the left, extend that right, we see that today, ta-da, on the 4-hour, we have put a new all-time high in total market cap. No idea why on the weekly it looks different. I think it even looks different on the daily, which is odd. Ooh, no, the daily agrees. Well, the 24-hour agrees. New all-time high. What's interesting, though, what catches my eye, so what we have here is actually total on the left, which you probably can't see because it's behind my head now. Total 2 in the middle, and total 3 on the right. Total 2 is just like total, but doesn't have Bitcoin. You'll notice, not quite as bullish. Didn't touch its all-time high, not even really close. It's not a debate, kind of like total is. Total 3 is total minus Bitcoin and minus Ethereum. What's interesting is this looks maybe a little more bullish. Maybe. Same thing though, no new all-time high. So what we're literally seeing from total right now is not only is this the largest the crypto market cap has ever been, but it is the largest it's ever been with Bitcoin being the main factor in that. Total 2 and Total 3 aren't hitting all-time highs right now. They will, I think. They will. They just haven't yet. So it's showing us direct strength from Bitcoin here. Direct. That's right. Feels good, bros. And sistos. Feels good. Make sure you guys have subscribed and jumped in the Discord. Checked out the Patreon. Followed me on Twitter. Here's what I think we're going to do. I don't think the spice is over. In fact, we're likely to see more rallying here shortly. But I need food. I need to eat. We've been streaming for like 3 hours plus. I think what we should do, and as I even speak of it, it's going to go up. I think we should take a little lunch break. I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. Take a little lunch break. Stream again. What do you guys think? I think that's a good plan. Our in-stream target, unchanged. 62K, and she's coming, boys. I mean, we could even already call it 62 at 61,870. That's the same thing. But I'm a perfectionist, so it won't be right until it's literally at 62. But I think that's what we should do. I mean, I could leave the stream up probably. But then if I do, it'll end up getting weird and like maybe shadow banned. What do you guys think? I'm starving. That's what they say, Anonymous. That's what they say. That plated life, how you doing? Eating is cheating? He just said that. That's funny. I don't know. It rhymes, so it's true. Yeah, actually, I had to plug in my headphones because these babies died whilst live. Get in the Discord. Get in the Discord. We're going to stream again. Probably sooner rather than later. Looks like Bitcoin's ready to rock and roll again. Friday is high day, boys. Friday is high day. Make sure you're subscribed and in the Discord. While we take our lunch break here, check out the Patreon. Let's go, baby. Something tells me it's going to be Robe O'Clock when we're back. Love y'all. Happy trades.